Estamos no ar, estamos no ar? Estamos no ar, eu acho que estamos no ar. Daí, beleza, eu sou o Velberan e bora lá cobrir mais um dia de Gamescom aí, agora com o evento do Xbox. Comecei todo perdido aí, porque YouTube mudou o jeito de começar a live aqui, eu me atrapalhei todo, eu nem sei se tem alguém assistindo. Eu acho que tem, espero. Tá publicado isso. Gente, eles mudaram lá, eu me bati um monte pra conseguir pra arrumar a live aqui hoje. Ah, tá aparecendo. Tá no ar, tá no ar, tá no ar. Deixa eu ver quem que firstou aí. Foi o Targino, Golden Dark, Jugestino, Leandro. Chegaram aí já. Vamos colocar lá, que já começou. Cheguei, não atrasado, mas em cima da hora.
We bring you wall-to-wall coverage of the must-play games, updates and fan-favorite franchise coming to
Esse daí é aquele evento que é tipo um podcast, o pessoal fica conversando sobre os jogos lá, chama um produtor, essas coisas, tá? E eu vi que soltaram hands-on do Mega Man Duel Overriding. A gente vai assistir depois também. Algo da Rare. Cara, hoje não é evento de anúncios, tá? Então, não conte com isso.
At the Xbox Showcase in June, one of the
Em
many
resumo,
cool
não
things
conte
that
com
we
isso.
unveiled was the
É o que
Xbox
eles anunciaram lá
25th
que vai ter
anniversary
já e
collection
acabou.
with a translucent green Xbox
Não vai ter
Series X
anúncios,
and
eles falaram que vai ter
Xbox Wireless
surpresinhas.
Controller. And this limited
Só que
edition
essas
collection
surpresinhas nunca são
celebrates
grande coisa assim,
25
sabe?
years
Nossa,
of Xbox. Tough choice. But since then,
anúncio
I
do
think it's
ano,
fair to say
nunca
that
é,
fans
coisa
have been eager to
menor.
learn how to get their hands on these.
Pelo menos
And today,
no
we're
ano
excited to
passado
share
foi assim.
more and also give you a closer look at what makes this collection so special. And joining me now are Scott Van
O que tem
Vliet, our
interessante
Xbox
hoje vai ser o
Technology
Mega
Officer,
Man,
and
tá?
Carl Ledbetter,
O
Head of
Crazy
Design
Taxi.
for Xbox Devices.
Vou
Welcome,
falar,
guys.
quem
Welcome to
gosta,
Gamescom.
Forza
Henry,
Horizon
thank you for having us
6,
here,
vou
man.
mostrar mais do
Absolutely,
jogo.
it's my pleasure. And Scott, in particular, welcome to Xbox, because you only just joined us a few months ago as our first ever CTO. Why don't you break down for us, what does a CTO actually do?
Yeah, well, first, I've been a fan of Xbox since day one. Owned the original console, was an early beta
Dungeons,
tester
vai
of
ter
Xbox Live in
Gears,
2002.
Alien
And
Death
spent many
Storm,
hours getting
Tomb
kudos inside
Raider,
of Project Gotham Racing,
Legacy of
getting my butt
Atlantis,
kicked and getting pwned in
Fable,
in
além dos que eu já falei,
Combat
né?
Evolved,
Persona 4
and playing
Revival,
games like Hunter, the
Rare
Reckoning,
Wings,
and all other
Mitch,
types of games like Morrowind and others that spent
Star
countless
Wars,
hours playing on this device. So to be
Pod
here as
Racing,
CTO of Xbox is just an incredible
Warhammer
honor
e
and an
Terrible
incredible opportunity.
Lizards.
Now, in that role, I'm really a maker.
Aí, amanhã
if you think about it, I
vai ter
started my career
Dragon's
as a software
Dogma,
engineer and a builder of devices.
Stranger
But
Than
really, I'm
Heaven,
focused on making and building great
Stuntman Hollywood,
experiences for our
Flight
players. And
Simulator,
so that includes building the hardware
Cassette Beast,
that Xbox produces, as well as the software that runs on our devices.
Dune,
The developer ecosystem,
Kingdom
the
Hearts
platforms
3,
that developers use to publish their games and their technology on our platform. So
Não, é
really
Kingdom
kind of
3,
the
tá?
end-to-end system that helps bring
Armatos,
value to
Big
players.
Chip,
Amazing, yeah. So very much a connective kind of tissue that helps all the teams communicate with each other and just deliver great games on great devices. For
That's right.
everyone. Awesome. Carl, you've been here a little bit
Hoje tá
longer,
mais
right?
interessante que amanhã.
I've been here a little while, yes.
Yeah. You come with the furniture now.
É, tudo rock amanhã também.
Yeah, I think I need my own anniversary edition. But I will say one of the things that, having been at Xbox since the beginning, like one of the first products I worked on was the design of the controller S. And this was in response to the Duke. The Duke is awesome. I know many of you out there love
Não,
the
acabou de
Duke. It's
começar.
very endraring.
I got big hands, it's perfect for me.
Bingo.
Mostraram
So the
nada ainda,
first
só os
challenge we
dois
have is
tiozinhos
how do
aí.
we get the controller to fit in more hands? So the response to that was designing the controller S. That's where I started.
I really love the fact that, because I remember when there was more deep dives on the Series X and S wireless controllers, that a lot was made of how much data was
Começa falando
captured just to
de
make sure that it fit
controle, que
even more
Microsoft
hands.
faz isso
So,
agora,
right.
controle.
that's
É que tá saindo a edição de 25 anos do
Just the
Xbox
beginning
aí.
of Xbox is
Yeah.
really cool
Que ela
to see. It's
custando
something
uma
that's
fortuna.
continually
Não
iterated
quero
on.
nem ver
That's
como é que vai estar esse negócio daqui a uns
Well,
anos.
before we dive in and learn a bit more about this incredible collection, Scott, you've got something you wanted to share?
I do, Henry, and I'm really excited to share that starting tomorrow, our fans will be able to pre-order the 25th anniversary collection of our device.
Amazing. Let's go. Okay.
Yeah,
Very nice. Very
awesome.
nice.
Right.
But there's one more.
Well, there's a
addition.
little bit
Se
additional.
não me engano, é
details
coisa de
there. In
$1.000
addition to the
aí
pre-order
essa
tomorrow,
brincadeira.
Some of our most loyal fans would have already received an email this morning with early access
Quando
to
lançaram o
pre-order
PlayStation
starting
4
today.
de aniversário,
No,
também
well,
cobraram
email.
bem mais
Yeah,
caro do que o
you should
normal.
check.
Oh,
Bem mais caro. E hoje
later.
custa
I'll do that later.
sei lá quanto.
That's amazing news. So check your emails as well at home.
Colecionar
Maybe you're one of the lucky
console
ones, but
edição
if
do
not,
colecionador,
check
ó.
back with us tomorrow and you can get your own one of these, which yeah, I'm gonna have to do that.
É coisa pra quem
Is there
tem
anything
muita
else
grana
as
e
well
muito
that is
espaço,
particularly
viu?
exciting about this collection for people
there's-
that are pre-ordering?
There's one more fact to share. Henry.
Ah.
In addition to the console and the controller being included in the
Apresentar o Mega
collection,
Man em outra live seria o
pre-orders will
mesmo?
include a copy of Halo
Acho que
Campaign
não,
Evolved
tá?
in the box.
Aqui eles devem conversar
Back where
sobre o
it all
Mega
began.
Man
I mean, I love Halo, I love
e
the controller
teve
too.
um vídeo,
Is
né?
it
O
possible
Game
for
Explain,
someone
eles
to
fizeram um
purchase
vídeo
just
de
the
hands-on.
controller on its own?
Absolutely.
Talvez seja esse que você tá
Starting
falando?
today,
Não sei, porque eu não vi
customers
essa
and
live, não.
players can choose to pre-order that device, the 25th anniversary special edition controller, starting today.
Nice. I think I will have to because I want a second one to go along.
Ó, não
with
aguento
the
comprar o
console
videogame e
itself.
eles vendem controle
Unbelievable.
separado,
Okay.
tá?
Everybody clear your calendars for tomorrow to get your pre-orders locked in. You don't want to miss it. But why don't we talk a bit more about this just stunning hardware? Like, well done, guys, by the way. First, Scott, why don't you tell me a little bit about what were the inspirations behind the anniversary collection?
Well, there's a lot that went into designing this box, and actually, I'll hand it over to Carl, the team who actually worked on it and built it.
All right, thanks, Scott. Yeah, so we put our heart and soul into this design.
Quarto
I
de
mean,
século.
going back 25 years, it's a pretty special moment. We wanted to create a product that was reflective of the journey we've been on with players over the past 2.5 decades. And so we started with the material. So the Xbox, the original Xbox limited edition console was in this exact same translucent green resin. And so we worked with the engineering team, we matched the resin, and we found a way to actually mold it on the console, the Series X25. And we've never done that before.
Deixaram
So we're
exposição lá no stand da
building new
Microsoft.
product muscle with this one.
So it's an exact color match.
It's an exact match.
Wow.
And so we're really proud of being able to do that. There's also a number of Easter eggs on this product. I'm not going to give any of them away.
Come on. Fine.
That's up for you at home to, once you get this, just explore. You'll find some really special
Easter
things.
eggs.
But I will say for the people who are at Gamescom here, we have a special exploded view display of the Xbox Series X25. And on that one, you can see around the fan shroud, Master Chief's helmet. He's molded in. It's special. Do
Não é
not
pra ter
do this at
anúncio,
home.
relevante pelo
That's
menos.
right. Do not
Take our
explode your
word for
device.
it.
Yeah,
Participação do Pragmata. Que
Do not
live
open the
foi
device.
essa?
But for those of you at the
Não vi
show
qual
here, you
live
can check it
foi
out.
essa, não.
We also did a few other things, and so you'll see on the front of the console, it has the branding, the Xbox 25.
Yep.
On the controller, we also have that. We also did something that we've never done before. So I'm going to turn this on, and you'll see that the Xbox button, we lit up the X shape in green.
Nice.
So this is a true homage to the original branding for the Xbox. And that's just something that every time you turn on the
Porque hoje é
console,
branco, né?
it's going to remind you of where we've come from
All began.
and the journey we've been on together.
Aí,
Can I
Blue Wolf,
talk
a
a
gente
little
vai
bit
ver
about the
depois, tá?
controller?
Please
O
do.
Mega Man.
Okay.
I'm not going to stop you.
Yeah, the
Vamos
team
ver
just
sim.
went all
Aguenta
out.
aí.
So, we
Right.
talked earlier about the controller S design.
So good.
How to make it more comfortable.
Yeah.
Well, that was a lot of inspiration there. So on the controller, you'll see the ABXY colors are the same red, blue, green, and yellow. It has the branding, the Xbox 25. On the back, I don't know if you can see that, we have the original Xbox logo.
That's nice.
O
Yes, that's
Xbox,
printed on the
pelo
back.
que eu
And then for
vi,
those of
olha,
you
é
who
da
know,
pilha
you
ainda, dá pra
know,
ver a
the
pilha
controller S
transparente ali no
actually had the
controle.
ABXY, but it had the C and Z
É qualidades.
buttons.
Pelo
They
que eu
were
vi,
white
era
and black, and
milão,
those later in
$1.000.
life on the Xbox 360 became the bumpers. So what did we do? We made the bumpers in that same black and
That's
white.
cool.
It's like pulling on my heartstrings.
Yeah.
It's literally
Não
bringing
teve
me
nada
back
ainda, acabou de
25
começar.
years.
It's
Acabou de
awesome.
começar. Não
Oh,
teve
it's so
nada.
wonderful.
So that's just some of the design
Ó,
details. that we
sacolinha do
did.
Final Fantasy ali
we
atrás,
actually
velho.
did one more thing.
Oh.
Never before
Carai.
done. So this console,
Tem sacolinha de
each
Final
one
Fantasy. Quero
will be
ver ter isso daí na
laser etched and
BGS.
numbered. Unique.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's sick. Oh my goodness. I can imagine already. People are going to be looking who got the 25.
That's right.
Who got the 117.
The 117.
That's right.
Yes. that's going to be a real chase for
O
collectors.
povo lá atrás passando com a sacolinha do Final Fantasy pra deixar a gente com vontade.
As someone who's been playing from the OG Xbox, I didn't have a translucent green one. I had the black one. So this is a nice chance for me to own something that's a piece of gaming history and also just looks so sick. So congrats, guys. You've really, really done a great job. And if you are at Gamescom, definitely check out the exploded view.
Super cool.
I'm kind of intrigued if I could get one like that and then maybe just put it together myself, because I'm a bit of a tinkerer sometimes, but you know, I'll let you know. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure having you here, guys. Thank you so much for sharing all those details about the Xbox Series X 25 and of course the Xbox 25th anniversary controller as well. I'm not kidding. Get that reminder in your calendar so you don't miss the pre-order window. But hey, maybe check if you're one of our most loyal gamers and you got that early access email as well. But coming up, the Crazy Taxi World Tour continues with a jaunt through Germany unlike any other. But then we swap the pickaxe for a sword with an all-new game demo for Minecraft Dungeons 2. But Minecraft Dungeons 2 isn't the only big game coming to Xbox, with Gears of War E-Day, NBA 2K27, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, and Grand Theft Auto 6 all on the way. Xbox is truly the best place to play. But first, you're a raccoon leading a gang of trash pandas in all-out mischief and mayhem. Yeah, it's our first world premiere of the day.
Ele tem
Enjoy.
sotaque, né? São os joguinhos aí. A turma, patota. Ele é inglês? Ah, tá. É engraçado que série inglesa, música inglesa, eu consigo entender bem só de ouvido. Agora, os civis falando, eu entendo nada. Música eu entendo muito mais o inglês cantando do que o americano cantando. Cara, guaxinim ladrão, hein? Jogo multiplayer assíncrono isso daí? De guaxinim? Daí o grandão lá é o boss? É o monstro? Dumpster Gang. Opa, Sega! Ó, Crazy Taxi!
Germany, the land of enchantment.
Pista da Alemanha?
You'll be met with breathtaking views, fairy tale vistas, modern amenities, and cities full of historical charm. And there's no better way to explore this vibrant land
Então vão
than
ter
by
países
car.
diferentes pra gente explorar
Experience
mesmo.
historic villages, modern art,
Com pistas diferentes.
delicious sausages, fantasy castles, magical holiday markets, and pointier castles. The charm and atmosphere of the natural beauty is only beat by the colorful locals you'll run into along the way. These interactions can be quite magical. Naturally, no trip to Germany would be complete without a visit to the famous Autobahn. So, what are you waiting for? Explore Germany today. Auf Wiedersehen.
Hoje? Como assim? Explore a Alemanha hoje? Pô, foi isso que eles mostraram no Crazy Taxi? Não vai ter conversinha? Que golpe! Tinha que ter conversinha.
Gameplay, and there's no waiting in line for you. Charlie's got the controllers warmed up and ready for a live playthrough with 3 of the minds behind the game. Charlie, take it away.
When it
When it premiered back in 2020,
Eu acho que eu
Dungeons
lembro
was
dessa
called
moça
The
no ano
Perfect
passado com
Introduction
o
to
cabelo de
Dungeon
outra cor.
Crawlers for beginners and a breezy adventure
Verde?
for veterans and a great
Dessa vez
couch
não
co-op
pagaram
too.
ela o suficiente pra
So, here
pintar o
to bring
cabelo
us
de
the
verde de
next
novo?
chapter in Minecraft Dungeons, please welcome Minecraft Dungeons 2 Creative Director Mons
Pô,
Olsen,
velho.
Executive Producer
Vai ter
Andrei
conversinha no
Scotland,
Minecraft Dungeons, não vai
and
ter do
Production
Crazy
Director
Taxi.
Nathan Rose. It's
Ah,
lovely to
não.
have you here, guys. Collectively, how are we doing? Thumbs up?
Doing
Great.
so good.
Thank
Really
you.
good.
Yeah.
Thanks
It's
for
great
having
to be
us.
here.
Amazing. Right, so Mons, I'm going to come to you first, and I'm going
Sure.
to ask you potentially the most important question of the whole day, okay? What kind of game is Minecraft Dungeons 2, and how does it build upon the world of Minecraft?
Okay, so Minecraft Dungeons 2 is an action RPG set in the world of Minecraft. You fight familiar enemies and new enemies. You collect lots of treasure, and you can do all of that together. So you play up to 4 players, either in couch co-op or online play, or just mix the two together.
And co-op's a huge element of the
It really
title,
is,
right?
yeah.
Amazing. And we're seeing such amazing footage here that we've seen already, but one of the things I really want to dive into, because we have a live demo today, how very exciting, is the character customization, because this has evolved quite a bit since the previous title, right?
Yeah. So we're seeing the new inventory here. There's a few things that we have done to it. The armor slot has been split up into 1 from the first game, into 4 slots,
Love
helmet, chestplate, leggings, and boots to
Just
match
like Minecraft?
regular Minecraft.
Yeah. And just more loot gubbins.
Eu só tomei
Exactly.
4
More
flags
loot,
ontem na
more ways
live.
to
Nem foi
customize.
tanto.
Exactly.
We've added a new item slot called talismans. And talismans give you passive bonuses that specialize you in a particular playstyle. So if you want to customize your playstyle, you equip these. You see that some of these have experience, so if you go up to one of the equipped ones,
Isso
they
daí é o
level up with
Minecraft
you. So
Diablo,
as you
pô.
play the game,
okay.
as you invest more time into it, these talismans upgrade and become stronger.
O primeiro era
And for
bacana,
example,
viu?
there's the Tasty Bone, which gives you a wolf companion that fights alongside
Good,
you.
he's back. I'm very happy. And you can switch these in and out to match
For
the
sure.
playstyle, yeah?
Yeah.
I know that's a huge emphasis for you guys. Is, again, when you go in to choose a character, you choose the design
Mas
of the
nossa,
character
esse
rather than
gráfico
a
aí que ele não
class type
combina
that
pra
you
outro tipo de
Exactly,
jogo
we
que não é
have this idea
Minecraft.
that you are what you wear.
Oh, I love that, Mons. That's
yeah.
beautiful.
So Nathan is going to go upgrade some of his loot at the blacksmith. Some of these have slightly lower item power, so if you just want to bring them up.
Beef them up a bit.
And at the blacksmith, you can
Minecraft
also
2
like,
são as amizades que
the
fazemos
gear
pelo
spawns
caminho.
with random effects, and you can swap those out as you like.
Okay.
So you can spend this special currency called the Echo Shards to re-roll your
Imagina,
effects
velho,
that you
jogava
have in your
Minecraft
gear
com meu
to
filho antes de
specialize
começar
your
So you
canal.
can still grind for like the legendary style, like the look of the loot that you want,
Sure.
but then you can come back here and refine it with this additional currency.
right, yeah.
Wonderful. Okay. So what are we going for
Como
here?
tá o
What's
tempo em
what the
Curitiba? Tá
options?
friozinho.
Oh, I think we have a build that has a little bit of everything set up.
Okay.
So the melee weapon here is unique. It's a very powerful item that has additional
A
like
Sony não
melee
faz
boosts
essas
of
coisas, não.
different kinds. You have a set of feet that buff like
Nem a Sony, nem
companions,
a-
so
a
like the
Nintendo.
wolf.
Yeah.
Do you want to go look at some enchantments, Nathan?
Ooh,
Yes.
yes, definitely. So talk us through the enchantments. If there's anyone who hasn't played the first one, how does that work in the world of Minecraft and Minecraft Dungeons?
Right. So to further specialize your gear, you can put enchantments on it. So you collect enchantment books out in the world. This is a change from the first game,
Of course, yeah.
where you had enchantments built into your gear, and now instead you collect these books and you can apply them as many times as you like to whatever gear that you like. So
Oh, wonderful.
Nathan, take your pick.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Inner Mines on my main hand weapon.
And what does that do? Weapon attacks deploy 2 mines that explode in proximity. Ooh, that does sound very good. Great ag control on that.
Não é evento bom
So
de
now,
assistir porque é
whenever
cansativo.
he
Ó,
does
assistir
jump
sozinho é
attacks,
cansativo
also
mesmo. É
new to the
assistir em
game.
live e vai.
Ooh, okay.
Or combo attacks, swing multiple times,
Ooh, that looks awesome.
then you'll see these endermans pop up.
And as a personal favorite, I could also see on the bar at the bottom that the firework arrows are back, right?
They are indeed.
They are my
Mas já
favorite
tomamos
thing.
golpe
So
do
I
Crazy
played this
Taxi
game
aí, hein?
obsessively with my family. It was the first game really that my daughter got into. With the couch co-op really came to us here. We even gave it a nickname. If you guys are interested in hearing a little,
Please.
maybe well, you can rebrand it. We called it Minicraft Dungeons.
Oh.
Let me know if it
I
sticks
love
in
that.
the office.
No, it's
I
good,
imagine
it's good,
it
it's good, it's
doesn't,
good.
but
We'll
yeah,
adapt it.
I loved it. And
Should we head out
yeah,
into the world and
if we
get a
can
few
make
more
my dreams
players in?
come true,
All right,
play
let's
it,
join.
that'd be great.
So we're gonna travel to an outpost in the forest area here, and then
I'll start. I'm gonna choose this guy.
Beautiful. Okay, and me.
Charlie.
Here we go. I'm going to go for you. Lovely.
and I'm going to pick a character as well.
Beautiful. And here we go. Very quickly, that map was an interesting thing. Instead of going onto a specific place, the table, choosing a mission and moving over, this interconnected world is brand new, right?
Right. Yes.
Yeah, Andreas, actually, do you want to talk us through any of the other new elements that are coming along?
Sure. So what we did is that we took the original Dungeons 1 and we listened a lot to the community, what they loved about it, and we smacked a big old layer of freedom on top of it.
Love that.
So we want for Dungeons 2 that players have the freedom to play the game they want to. So Mons talked about, you know, you are what you wear.
Nossa, muita moedinha. Acho que não precisava tanto efeito aí da moeda voar para cada jogador.
My loot's in the sea. I'll get that later.
And also you have the freedom to explore. Our world is a
Exageraram na
big
dopamina.
interconnected world. So outside of the core quest line, you can do a lot of things in procedural generated dungeons and whatnot. And lastly, we also want Dungeons to be, you have the freedom to play it
Tomb Raider é pra
with your
mostrar
friends
mais
the way
dele
you want
aí, hein?
to. So we put a lot of emphasis on building out our co-op features.
Se eles não fizerem igual
Absolutely.
fizeram
I
com
mean,
o
you had
Crazy
such a
Taxi,
huge community that came along. I'm going to nick that TNT, by the way. From the first game, millions and multi-millions of people played. So
Many,
what was
many
it like
millions.
to build upon that
acho legal que o
foundation
pessoal
when it came to
veio
sequel?
jogar Rage
Well, the
Bait da
beautiful
Sony aqui
thing
no
about
chat e o chat
working
caiu,
on a
hein?
sequel is that
Pô,
you
gente.
can listen into what the players loved about the original and use that as a guiding star when you build a game. So really, we wanted to tap into all of those things.
Is there one feature in particular that fans were
Vou ver se
really,
acha um
really
meião pra mim que
I
seu
mean,
One of
pé
the most.
mentioned it. We
Oh,
jumping
dear.
is a big one.
I've got you. Someone
But
protect
all in
me.
all, we
Thank
really
you.
want the game to be approachable for new players to the sub Minecraft genre here, but also have a lot of depth to returning players.
We have actually the mini inventory that we could show off.
The
which
mini
is,
inventory.
Oh, look at that!
So in the
Hold on, what do I press to get that?
The D-pad up
The
button.
D-pad up.
Yeah, so in the first game, you had to inventory management.
You had to
like
take it
one
in
at a time.
turns. Yeah.
And that was some feedback from the community that we really took to heart.
Absolutely.
Now we have this mini inventory so everyone can manage the gear at the same time.
Oh, yeah, we would rock, paper, scissors in our house as to who got to go first to look through the loot after a fight.
Ó, já a
That's
coisa vai
incredible.
longe
I
aí,
love
hein? Não
that.
esquece de
Yeah.
dar o
We also
joinha
have
aí na
this
nossa
guiding
live
line. If
pra
you're ever lost in
fortalecer.
the world, you can just press
Love that.
the button here. and
Really
know where to
accessible.
go. Yeah.
Engraçado que é
So
dungeon
we're
e não
gonna
tem.
go over
Não
to-
estão na dungeon, né?
Ah,
Pra não enfrentar
oh,
os
that
caras
was
no
me.
campo.
No.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, that's
Oh.
another fan favorite.
it's usually a Mons move.
And another improvement in this game is if multiple people revive at once, you revive faster. So that
Oh,
was something
amazing.
we were doing there.
That's really cool. I also wanted to ask as
Oh.
well, so I'm looking at what I've got equipped down here. What's this candle?
That's the
Legacy
creeper
of
candle.
Atlantis.
The creeper candle.
So, like a creeper, it explodes. So you put it down, and then after a little while, it explodes, and it takes a bunch of enemies with it.
Okay, perfect. Right, I'm going to test that up on the next adventure that we have. In fact, I'll tell you what. While I'm waiting for some poor innocent fool to put my creeper candle on, let's talk a little bit more about discovery and exploration and what makes this game as fantastic as it does. What's it like to expand this world even further for fans, Mons?
So we just walked past this doorway. We didn't enter it, but that leads to a randomly generated dungeon.
Oh, okay.
And so you can enter those to find special currency, these echo shards that we use for enchanting and for
Yep.
upgrading the merchants in town. You can also get that currency by defeating soul corrupted mobs,
Okay.
one of which we see up here.
Oh, it's this guy.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
so
definitely
that's an
dropping a candle there. Watch out, lads.
Extra tough
Ah.
enemy, but once we get it, we should be seeing
Nice.
some of the special currency pop up.
Oh,
and
well done, you
we're all
dings.
collecting it.
Great work. This is wonderful.
Okay, and so we're just gonna walk up this tower and find the
Who's going to be up here?
well, let's see.
Okay, all right then. Nathan, I wanted to ask you about the evolved co-op experience as well. We've spoke about it a little bit, and obviously we can see
Doguinho
it on
fazia o
display
quê,
here,
hein?
but we mentioned it at the top. Co-op is such an integral experience to Minecraft Dungeons 2. Can you speak a little bit more about what that's like to bring it together and what it means for the title?
Yeah, absolutely. A big change that was made between Dungeons and Dungeons 2 around couch co-op is the ability to join a online multiplayer game within a couch co-op group. So say if you're at home
okay.
playing with
Ó,
your
do
family
Crazy Taxi
and you have an
mostraram
open
30
spot for
segundos
another
de
player,
trailer. Eu vou
you
ficar
can match
enganos, veio o
and grab
evento
another
inteiro.
player from the internet to join your couch co-op.
Oh, wonderful.
It was
Oh,
a
that's
big
brilliant.
change that was really necessary and something that our fans have been asking for.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Pior que isso vai vender, não vai ser
Kill all them
brincadeira.
idiots.
Ah, assim,
All
no
right.
Xbox
Oh,
é Game
this
Pass,
looks
né,
like
velho?
what? Oh,
Você
the
sabe como é
weather's
que é o
not
negócio.
good either.
Deixa eu ver como é que foi o anterior.
Oh
na
dear.
Steam.
Well, I think we have one of those infamous demo bugs
Pior
here.
que
but
esse
Oh,
tipo
no.
de jogo eu não sei se
Supposed to
faz
be a
muito
big boss
sucesso
fight.
And you've
no
robbed me
Japão,
from it,
né?
that's fine. I will
Yeah.
have to wait and see it when it comes out.
Pra dizer
Nathan,
que ele
do you
vai
want to
bem
take
no
us to the
Switch.
forest, and we can play some of the forest there?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, let's talk a little bit about how we're going to get Forest, the map,
Minecraft
the world, how
forte
it all
no
connects
Japão, viu?
together while we're setting that up, please, Mons. This
Right.
stunning, by the way.
Teve dois
Yeah,
mil
so we have
reviews
this lovely map.
na Steam, foi bem, foi bem.
There is things to do all over it. As you can see, there's like little indicators of side quests.
Okay.
Different,
In fact, actually, I think
different
I've just been
places to
told that we can't see it here, but everyone, there we go. We do have a clip. We had a
Oh,
little
nice.
practice on the boss
Eu fui
fight. So
puxar
actually,
aquelas
let's talk over the
tendinhas
footage
Oh,
and
nice.
do
how
lado que
good
fica
I am. I don't
assim
need,
pra
yeah.
cima.
So talk us through. Who are we seeing here?
visit. Right, so this is the copper monstrosity.
Não tem
It's,
anúncio hoje. Nada
a
de
really
relevante,
big
pelo
boss
menos.
fight that you encounter as part of the story. You're looking for somebody else, somebody called the Supreme Evoker.
Okay.
But actually, as you get here, you instead encounter this giant monstrosity to fight. And it's actually quite a challenging fight. This video is making it look easy,
Because we're so good, right?
but yeah, like it takes a beating.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great fight. It was really, really fun.
Yeah.
And I felt like everyone, you're missing out. We had some great call-outs as well. Everyone looking after each other. I've thrown a TNT and
Opa,
everything. So
pipocou
again, the
troféuzinho.
co-op comes perfectly into there. So do we want to touch on where we've landed here? So back into the regular, or are we going to... Let's have a look at where this goes, actually. This was really interesting when we
I think
when
it's
we
an
looked at
interesting
this.
cutscene too.
Yeah, talk to us about what we're about to see then.
Right, so this is right after the fight. And
Acha a Charma
we're seeing
não
some of that quirky
demitiu o guri de
Minecraft
cabelo
humor in this
colorido,
Yes,
hein?
love that. I'm so glad you've kept that in.
Olha só.
We're picking up a note block, which is important to the story. We'll go into more details on that later, but
Okay.
as you can see, it's that
É,
easy to
eu
just...
entrei pra ver o Crazy Taxi e o Mega Man.
Laughing at him in the background.
O resto é brinde pra mim,
Is there
né?
any symbolism with the
O
music
principal
box?
foi isso.
Oh,
O
there
Crazy
is.
Taxi
Yeah.
meteram um
Yeah.
trailer de
But we'll
30
get into it.
segundos lá. Não, tá
Okay.
legal, mostraram
Alright then, well,
a
on
Alemanha,
that
nem
note,
sabia que
talking
o
of
jogo ia
a
ter,
feature
tipo,
date,
pistas
Minecraft
diferentes, né?
was launch next
E
month.
bem que
It's not that
revelaram
far,
isso.
guys. I hope we're all excited. Are there any last thoughts you want to share with players?
Quer dizer, pode ser que
before we
eles
wrap
tenham
up?
revelado
I
antes e eu
mean,
fui
we're
distraído,
only
né?
1 month
Também
out.
tem
I
essa.
think this is a brilliant time to also
né, pô,
pre-order our
ou
game.
talvez eles
because
falem
it comes
mais
with a lot
depois,
of
não sei,
really
mas eu não tenho
nice,
esperança.
you know, items you get with pre-order. I mean, look at this cape.
Cape is beautiful.
Look at the
Look
chicken.
at the chicken.
Yeah.
That's the sort of
Uau,
chicken head.
galinha.
Oh, I love them.
Galinha with
Oh,
laser.
so sweet. So this comes as part of the pre-order bonus, as you
Yes.
say. Yeah.
So pre-order now, get these things, and we'll see you all in a month.
I'll
Yeah.
meet you in the interconnected
Absolutely.
world. I'll be jumping in all your lobbies. Well,
Great.
thank you so much for joining me today,
Os
guys.
bichos
This was
de
absolutely
pré-order.
fantastic. Good luck with the rest of Gamescom as well. And yeah, thanks again for walking
Cadê os
us through
haters
this
de
demo
GTA pra
experience.
falar
But
que,
coming
não,
up, it's
é um
the
jogo
day that
capado, você
changed
só tem o
everything.
jogo
The most
verdadeiro se
important
comprar
event in all
antes.
of Gears of War lore, and we're not just talking about the long-awaited reunion of Marcus and Dom. We've got the latest on the campaign and what Gears fans should look out for when Gears of War E-Day drops later this year. But first, let's keep the party going with another world premiere.
World Premiere! Oh, o que eles vão anunciar hoje? É desse tipo de jogo, tá? Mais indizão. Single A, Double A. Esperem grandes anúncios.
Odin is waiting in Asgard.
You shall be my final wager. To save the Nine Realms.
Mas é mesmo, deve ser um lançamento. Ah, velho, é que assim, não é por mal não, mas essa guerra aí a gente já perdeu, tá? Faz tempo. Faz tempo que tá assim, já normalizou. Vou falar, se eu falar alguma coisa, é capaz de eu apanhar ainda. Já faz tempo que tá assim.
The defenders of...
Não sei porque que o pessoal tá surpreso lá com o GTA com aquela versão Ultimate deles lá.
Gather your brethren and fight together.
Eu não falo mais nada.
You're the spawn of Loki. Why? You never fight against the gods.
Well, it's a big year for Xbox, and we've got a lot going on here at
É um
Gamescom.
grande ano
We're
para o
celebrating
Xbox,
25
exatamente.
years of gaming,
Ficou
which is that,
um ano
as we've got
muito grande pro
25
Xbox. O
games
que
on the show
sobrou de
floor here,
espaço
and
dentro do
more than
estúdio
40
deles, ó.
games in this show for all of you at
Ficou
home
grande.
to enjoy. We got hands-on gameplay and looks at some of the most iconic franchises in
Hey, Rodrigo.
entertainment. And here with me today is Xbox's expert on the next generation of new tech. Now, I think I prefer him by his other title, Master of Beards, none other than Jason Ronald himself. Welcome, Jason. How are you?
I'm great.
que
and
falta
I'm
em
so
cima,
excited
sobra
to be here
embaixo.
at Gamescom. Thank you so much for having me.
No, of course. You've been to quite a few now. Is this number 10, right, for you?
Yeah, you know, I love coming to Europe. And, you know, not only is it Europe, but Germany is so important to everything that we do. And so, it's, as you said, it's a really exciting year here for Gamescom, and we have so much going on. You know, last night at Opening Night Live, we showed a new set of footage for Gears of War, which I'm super excited to play in October.
Xbox, so.
You know, we announced our partnership with CD Projekt Red to bring The Witcher 3 to Battle.net. But ultimately, for me, the thing that makes Gamescom so special is just the fans and the community. You know, this is what has made Xbox special, and just to be here in Germany to celebrate with the community and all of these great creators is just such a great time to be
tirar a
at
poeira do meu
Xbox.
Series S e não vou comprar no PS5. Não confio mais comprar jogos na PSN. Cara, eu também. Eu não vou comprar o meu Series S, né? Porque também tá louco. Corajoso. Mas eu tô ainda considerando se eu vou comprar o jogo pra PlayStation 5, viu? Tô considerando bastante se eu vou comprar esse jogo pra PlayStation 5.
Especially here in Europe, we know that Xbox players have stacks
Eu espero
of
ano pra
physical
jogar no
games.
PC.
I like to organize mine alphabetically and have a couple of collector's edition Doom Slayer and Master Chief looking down, guarding all my precious loot. But there has been a lot of conversation lately around ownership and also rights to the games that you buy. So Jason, what do you make of it all?
Yeah, very similar to you. Like, I have a large physical collection. I have my own collector statues.
Heck yeah.
So today we're announcing we're bringing a new feature to bring all of the benefits and the flexibility of digital to players who have physical games. Because players have built their libraries of games with Xbox over the last 25 years. Many players, some have bought physical discs, some have bought their games digitally, and many of these games work across multiple generations. And even as technology changes and formats change, your library shouldn't. You know, we have so many special memories tied into our libraries, you know, the moments you've played with your friends, and we want to be able to bring those forward. And that's really about our commitment to game preservation.
I mean, that sounds great. I
Estão
really
falando
love the
de
idea
preservação de
of your
games aí,
libraries
sendo que
moving
os
forward
negócios
with us,
deles são
but
iguaizinhos
can you maybe walk me through it a little
da
bit?
Sony.
So,
Só não tem
again,
aqueles
I've got
contratos
a
malucos
physical
ainda,
game
né?
copy on my shelf at home. What do I actually do with it?
Yeah, it's really, really simple. So most Xbox One and Xbox Series X titles support this. So all you have to do is just put the disc into your console. You'll be prompted to redeem a digital license, and that digital license will be tied to your account. And so now you get all of the benefits of digital. So you don't have to put the disc into your console to play the game. If the game supports Xbox Play Anywhere, you can easily play it across multiple screens. And you can even do things like cloud streaming, which you never were able to do previously from a physical disc.
Wow, I mean, that sounds sick and also really straightforward. You mentioned just then about supported titles.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, so we're launching with support for thousands of games. And we'll add more over time. And this is part of why we're launching it with the Xbox Insider, so that we can start collecting feedback. And you'll see improvements over time. But this is really just, when you think about working with thousands of games across 25 years of Xbox, very similar to how we brought the original Xbox games to PC. We're just really focused on giving you more flexibility and giving you more ways to play the games that you've bought from Xbox over many years.
Awesome.
Com
Sounds like a lot
a
of ways
Xbox
to
One
play.
tem.
And with this
quase
new
total,
feature,
mas
nothing's being taken away here, right?
360 e
No, not at all. Your
original
physical
é bem
discs continue to
seletivo.
work as they always have. You can display them with your collector's
Melhor que não tem.
editions and just
Verdade.
celebrate your collection. And it's really about adding more flexibility and providing more choice for you as a player.
I mean, I love that. You mentioned having a collection that spans loads of years. I know for sure I've got a game or quite a
melhor
few
que não
that I would
tem,
never
com
ever want
certeza.
to get rid of. And as we approach Xbox's 25th anniversary, what are you hoping that players take away from this?
Yeah, for 25 years, players have invested in Xbox, and the players have really been what have made Xbox special. And so we're really focused
Mas é
on
bom
how
deixar
do we honor
explicadinho
that as we
pra
think
não
about
ter
the
uma
next
pessoa que
25
é
years of
comprando
Xbox.
Xbox Series
And
achando
so
que
we
vai
just really view this as another
rodar
step
jogo
in
de
making sure that your
360, tá
library is
ligado? Comprar o de
protected. It can
360,
move
qualquer um
forward
vai
with you
botar lá e
as
vai rodar.
technologies and
Vou deixar bem
formats change.
explicadinho.
And we're going to continue to invest in
São
game
jogos
preservation
selecionados.
and adding new capabilities just to make sure that your library continues to get better as technology evolves.
Oh my gosh, sounds awesome and also very exciting as well. Well, Jason, thank you so much
Ó a
for
moça
joining us
divando
and
na frente
sharing
da
that
logo do
with us
Xbox lá,
today.
tirando
And for Xbox
foto.
Insiders, this feature begins rolling out next week on August 31st, with more details available on Xbox Wire. Coming up, it's the first emergence of the Horde as we catch up on the latest from Gears of War E-Day with the team from the Coalition. But first, it's time to sharpen your swords and brush up on your knowledge of ancient China. Queer Wins Me, an open-world action RPG, is sporting a new
Tem uma
expansion,
coisa
sure
fora
to
do que
delight
eles
fans everywhere. So take a look.
prometeram. Não. E não tem o Crazy Taxi ali também.
Isn't there?
Let's go. At last, I've got you.
It seems those fools let you slip away. Ah. Last time you had a drunk. This time a cripple.
Last time, you ambushed us. We were outnumbered. Today, we set the trap. Knowing that the Lodestar Swordmaster wanted the Black Gold, how could I not be ready? Ever since that day, my only goal has been to find you. And to kill you myself!
After all this time, you've still learned nothing. Serving yourself up like this. What a tragic waste.
Ó, temos uns artefatos ali na cabeça do NPC lá atrás? Ou é impressão minha? Temos aí um Double A chinês. Opa. Que legal, os tiros da guria lá parecem fogos de artifício. Oh! O cara escalou no raio da guria. Que é isso? Que desrespeito. Esse jogo aí é grátis? Eu não conheço, o pessoal do chat tá falando aí que é grátis. Ah, tá mais com cara de ser grátis. Ah, não. Cara, não. Ser grátis isso daí com esse gameplay. Ele parece um hack and slash de baixo orçamento. Eu sou o like da vida. Não é o Where Wind Meet? Oh, pô, que eu me lembro, o trailer desse jogo aí tava mais legal, hein? Deu um downgrade fudido se for esse daí. Se for o que eu tô pensando. Oxa! Vai parar não? Ah, eu vejo um negócio desse e já falo. Não vou jogar essa pirosca, vai nem ferrando. Ainda não. Não sei quem falou que parry é legal. Não, parry como um recurso, né, de defesa, um dos recursos de defesa, maneiro. Agora, como mecânica principal, não. Yuhu! Fatality! Não, perna não é massa não. O reflexo é paia.
The Skyward City is moving.
Maria da Penha, The Game.
Artificers, what do you want?
Momento Evo 37 que foi criado o Perry, é verdade.
That old rat played me. Used me as a pawn.
You won't get away!
If we take flight, the black gold will destroy the city.
Mas aquilo foi slowdown? Ou uma câmera lenta mal feita? Caramba, aí uns frames pra pro saco. Worldwide players over 1 million. Where wins Mitch? Where wins Mitch?
Gears of War fans have been eagerly anticipating Gears of War E-Day since it was announced in 2024. And here to chat a little bit about everything they've got going on at Gamescom this week from the Coalition, please welcome
o jogo já existe e já tá gratuito na Steam com 6.000 avaliações positivas. Coisa pra caralho.
Now, you obviously had opening night live last night, had an incredible
O
story
RPG
trailer.
Open
Can you tell
World.
us a little bit about that?
Yeah, that story trailer, obviously, when we craft trailers, it's a bit of a love letter to the game, to the fans. And with that story trailer, we really wanted to show off some new elements from the campaign we haven't been able to share yet. Obviously, Vrak at the beginning. But also, our story is about, the origin story of Dom and Marcus and Bravo Squad. But there's so many more characters in our story, and they all have character arcs as well. So we got to show a bunch of people that are there fighting alongside you in E-Day.
Yeah. Now you mentioned Vrak, right? Can you tell us a little bit about him?
Teve beta esses dias aí, né? Teve gente chorando de emoção jogando essa beta.
So Vrak is a Locust commander, in the Locust army. If you look closely, you can see that he's got a lot of shit going on his face. He's missing an eye. He's got burns on his arm. So all that happened during the Lambent Wars. So he's seasoned. He has kind of a private army that follows them around called the Scorched Legion.
Yep.
So they're, you know, into self-mutilation. There's lots of really dark, kind of nasty stuff that they do to themselves and to
Ainda vamos ter Mega Man, Fable, Forza
and I think
Horizon
overall,
6.
Vrak just represents
Raider,
he's like the
Legacy of
personification of the
Clutches.
brutality and the actions that they do. They just want to kill everything they see, including the squad.
Yeah, honestly, when he was just pouring that emulsion over people, I'm just there like, that's horrible.
Yeah.
But also, there's some of the weaponry and stuff that comes from that squad looks so fun to use.
Absolutely, yeah.
Now, campaign is a huge focus here at Gamescom. We've got it on the booth over here. Can you tell us a little bit about what people are going to be able to play when they come and play on the booth?
Yeah, for sure. So we have a little bit of our beginning of Act 2. So it kind of starts the morning after E-Day. The squad has just come together, armored up, and they get sent on their first mission. So we get to play a bit of that. It's got this classical kind of gears. You're supporting another squad, going toe-to-toe with the Locust. And it's actually a subsection of the campaign preview that we just got to see get released online. A bunch of video and press coverage
Acho que eles só vão
that came
explicar as
out, which is a
mecânicas.
little bit larger. That goes a little bit past what we've got on the show floor, but everybody here gets to get their hands on it. They get to hang out with the squad and some fun new characters as well.
I actually had a lot of fun this morning watching people like Shadows and Hollow who were playing early, and I was like, oh, it looks so good. But all through the background of this mission, we can see a lot of the kind of details of the city of Kelowna. Can you tell us a bit about what people are going to be able to see around the world to kind of really help build that environment?
Vou pegar a clipe do carinha empurrando o analógico pra frente e falando que isso daí é jogo da empurrar analógico.
You know, every other game has been destroyed. Everything's
Pegar o
been
clipe dessa
destroyed.
parte
So
aí.
that provides some really interesting opportunities and challenges. You know, we really need to think about what was happening in the place when this event happened, and life just got suspended, you know, in one shot. So I think fans, when they play the game, they're going to be able to. There's lots of storytelling, from something simple as a piece of paper on the ground, what's written on it, to what's, you know, there's a meal that someone was eating when the locust came out of the ground, to more complex set pieces where there's a bunch of dead bodies and maybe they got dragged somewhere.
Uma cena de 5 minutos de
you know,
andança aí
it does pay
mesmo.
to slow down just a little bit while you're playing the game and look around and just really take in all the detail that we really love putting into the game.
You can also see in shots like that where you get glimpses of this whole city, which we built. We built the whole city, which is really cool. And there's this battle going on everywhere, right? So you see helicopters go by, you crisscross with other squads, which is what's happening in this mission. Just this kind of vibe that there's always a battle sort of raging across the city and you're just weaving your way through it.
Yeah.
I think also one of the things we do have to touch on, and you'll see this throughout the gameplay you're watching, it's like the destructible environment. It looks incredible.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Gears has always had destructible cover in it. We've taken it to a few different steps here. You know, you see some larger buildings come down at different moments in the game, just to make you constantly realize that not only is the immediate area around you, you know, having a battle in it, but the entire city. Whether it's a block away, you can hear gunfire, you see a building come down, you see a little block of a street go down. It's all happening live as you play the game.
Now, everything we're watching right now is single player, but Gears fans always want to know about co-op.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about that?
Hey, yeah, of course. So co-op is near and dear to our hearts. I think it's one of the unique things that Gears has sort of woven into every part of it. You know, our story is about squads overcoming overcoming the odds together.
Gears é sempre o mesmo jogo, não. Os gráficos ficam mais bonitos.
Multiple squads of 4 coming together. Of course, we got PvP, which is 4v4. So campaign's got 4-player online co-op.
Amazing.
2-player split screen on console. All 4 players in the squad are playable, all 4 characters. And I think it's one of those games that it plays great on its own, but it just sort of comes to life when you're there with a friend, you know, your ride or die buddy like Marcus and Dom. A lot of our mechanics sort of come to life a little bit more in terms of our enemies, obviously DB&O and a bunch of other stuff. It's
Os
great.
gordos lá do Twitter, tudo postando foto com o Mojaro e eu aqui com o Laca.
To save you and stuff like that.
Yeah, different kinds of it, right? We have the rusher enemy that'll pin you. and he'll be on top of you so your buddy can come and stab him in the neck, or if you're playing with someone real, they can shoot him from far away. There's all sorts of examples like that.
Yeah, I'm so excited like to hop on with the rest of the Xbox One team. There's all four of us like kind of flying our way through. It's going to be a lot of fun. But one of the other things in what I really like about Gears is there are multiple ways that you can approach scenarios. Like this is a bit more of a linear mission that you've said in the past. But what ways are people going to be able to approach different like situations they're going to come across?
Yeah, so this is definitely a little bit more of a linear mission, but even within this mission on this bridge, you know, we've added a bunch of verticality to the game. It opens new flanking routes. You can climb up cars and trucks. And then this mission specifically, at the beginning of Act 2, is sort of leads into this other part of Act 2 on the other side of the stadium that you catch a glimpse of in our campaign preview, where the world opens up a little bit. We give you access to like multiple city blocks. There's a bunch of battles, like I said, going on different corners. You're always on your main objective. And we also add some new mechanics to the campaign. So we have our weapon mod system that people got to see in Horde Siege, and that actually gets introduced as you play through the campaign. You get to find new mods and craft your own weapons and really invest in the gameplay sandbox.
Yeah, now this is actually something I got really excited about when I was like watching through the gameplay earlier as well, is what kind of mods are people going to be able to get their hands on, and how is that going to impact like the weapons that they're using?
Well, it's a variety of mods, and some of them do little tweaks to the weapons. You know, they change the clip size or your range, so you can just tweak it to your preference. But some of them are like full-on attachments, like you can take a Nasher and slap a bayonet on it.
Yeah, so it's been really fun exploring. You know, when you use an attachment, some of them have visual representations on the gun, some of them don't, but you end up seeing people with different attachments. The guns can take a little bit more personality, and you start to understand how people like to play and what they like to do with their guns.
Yeah, I also like it goes for the gear as well, isn't there?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And how are people going to be able to like find those like kind of mods to like upgrade their equipment?
In the
Podia se agachar e pegar a arma como ser humano
sort
comum.
of come to life. There's a variety of ways you can get it. It pays to explore this game. You know, Arian was talking about there's a ton of environmental storytelling, but we've also hidden stuff around the world, collectibles, mods. We also have side objectives in some of our campaign missions where you can stop to help
O jogo
somebody
tem vibe
optionally,
dos anos 2000.
another set of
Eu
gears,
acho
some
que
people
eles
that are trapped,
pegaram
and you
uma
get
vibe
rewards for
assim
those as well. So,
propositalmente
really up to
que
you.
era
If you wanna
para
mainline
botar as
it
raízes
and
do
do the main
jogo, né?
objectives, that's cool.
Que é
You'll
a
find some mods.
proposta aí
If you wanna fully
desse
explore the game,
jogo
you'll find even
novo.
more and even more narrative tidbits.
I'm really excited for that, because you can just spend that extra time discovering the world if you want to.
There's good surprises out there.
I'm looking forward to finding it. Now, we've just had our first look at the Boomer, and he is way bigger than people maybe used to.
Yeah, he's massive. There's actually a Boomer on the show floor
He's
here
right
that
over
people are taking pictures with, and you stand next to him. So in the game, the Boomer's 9 feet tall. This is quite a bit bigger than the Boomer's traditionally been in Gears. This goes back to this idea where we wanted to take the things people remember and amplify them a little bit.
Yeah.
And then it also introduces fun ways for him to enter the battlefield. There you can see he breaks through this big truck, this tanker trailer that causes a bunch of fire and explosion, but he also doesn't fit through doorways. So if he's coming through a traditional door, he has to bust his way through.
Oh my!
So that just makes it a little more exciting when he makes an entrance.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I'm fine. He's 9 foot. He can't get through here, and he just smacks it through.
Yeah.
No, I've got to say his weapon as well, because we all know the boom shot.
Yeah.
Right. This is like even bigger.
It's a bigger boom shot. Yeah. Like the Locust. When we were
Eu não sei o
going
que
back
vocês
and looking at
esperariam de
revisiting
Gears
old
of
weapons,
War
we always wanted to see if there was
diferente.
something else we could do. So, you know, we've got like the prototype Lancer, we've got the
Sei
heavy
lá,
boom
ele
shot.
pegar carro
means you're really
e
committing to carrying a
correr
rocket
pelo
launcher around instead
mundo
of just something in your back. It's
de
also opened up
carro,
opportunities for us
enfrentar
to
os
add new
inimigos em
weapons, like
cima
the
de
gun
uma
launcher,
hoverboard.
the COG grenade launcher. It's like a little more skill use than the boom shot. You could time
O
where your
jogo tem uma
grenades go.
fórmula, eles vão
Everything
repetindo
kind
a
of found a
fórmula
new
que é
place.
o
And we got
padrão
to
da
make some
franquia,
cool
né?
variations of weapons people
Aí
have
vão
seen
adicionando
before.
alguns elementos, melhorando jogabilidade, fato.
Some of my favorite guns.
It's such a
Super
fun.
satisfying.
And the active reload just popping up on screen there. I just wanted to go through a couple things, because there's two features, right? One, it's in a different place than
Se fosse diferente, ia estar reclamando, exatamente. Se fosse pra fazer muito diferente, faça outro jogo. É outro falando essa opinião. Ah, mas tem que mudar mesmo. Ah, quer mudar demais, faça outro jogo.
Some returning fans, especially new fans, they just use it way more. If you're an old fan and you like it up and where it was, and that's your muscle memory, 100%, there's a setting for that. But for some guns, we also have this per shell
Vamos ser e atirar por cover e atirar por 90% do jogo, mas é isso que é o Gears, velho. Esconde e atira, atira e esconde. É isso daí que é o Gears. Atirar que é o principal do jogo. É a mesma coisa que você fazer um Mario que ele não pula.
Yeah, so it's just like a nice way you can kind of change based on the scenario you find yourself in. Yeah. And talking about scenarios you find yourself in, as we've been going through this level, you've kind of been walking into areas and there are like tons of kind of clues about things we may have missed or have happened in those areas before. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so one of the main things that we try to impart is the brutality of this day.
Agora podem falar, né, que esse negócio de cover aí tá ultrapassado, tá? Mas eles fizeram, esse jogo é bem, eu acho que é bem nítido que eles fizeram pra resgatar os fãs das antigas. Pra mim é bem nítido isso.
So there's a lot hidden in there to check out.
No, I honestly, I'm so excited. A big thank you as well for you guys coming and joining us and taking us through Gears of War E-Day. What's one thing that you're most excited for fans, right, to see with Gears of War E-Day?
Well, you know, we shared a little bit each time here.
Ele tá fazendo alguma coisa lá que tá cheirosa, hein?
I think this is one of the great Gears story. It's all the classic vibes and some great new characters and some really emotional Gears moments tied in with all the brutality. I think people are going to love it.
Yeah, honestly, thank you both for coming and joining us. I really, really appreciate that.
Thank you.
And now we are going to head over to Henry for more on Gears of War E-Day, the Gears of War E-Day experience that people have access to here on the Xbox booth.
Well, welcome to the Gears of War E-Day here at Gamescom, where I've actually got artist Luke Priest with me to discuss the incredible eye candy is on display behind us. And thanks so much for joining us, Luke.
Thanks for having me, man.
Welcome to Gamescom. It's your first time here as well, isn't it?
It is, yeah, it's really cool.
It's a pretty special way to kick things off then, really.
Yeah, definitely.
Why don't you tell people at home what it is that you do?
Yeah, so I'm an illustrator. I'm based in the United Kingdom. I've been working with the Coalition for many years now on all things Gears of War. Obviously, more recently, E-Day. So yeah, you know, that's kind of what I do.
And this project in particular is pretty special. So
yes.
Let's talk a bit about that, because I can see that we've also got Gibson involved.
Yeah,
so that's pretty cool. Talk to us a bit about this partnership.
Yeah, so we partnered with Gibson Guitars. They're amazing people at Gibson. Yeah, and they sent us like these guitars. Well, they turned up and they were like from the factory, so they didn't have the art on, and then my job was to paint this artwork onto the guitars. So.
And if you don't know at home, these are particularly tasty guitars that Gibson have sent you, because we've got the SG over here, the Les Paul. These are like iconic guitar silhouettes.
Very iconic, yeah.
Amazing. Can you tell us a bit then about the design? So what inspired you to really lay down this artwork on top of these guitars?
So what we wanted to do, we wanted to tap into the pillars in Gears, so the core pillars. So obviously with the Marcus guitar, we tapped into brutality. So that's like, feels quite violent and kind of visceral and like almost like, very kind of, you know, like we tried to kind of cater it to the shape of the guitar as well. So like you can see like the blood splatter kind of flows across the guitar. You've got the kind of spinning
that saw blade just fits right in.
And the cog, obviously, which ties into Gears, and then we've got the skull,
Bem, obrigado pelo superchat. O problema dos últimos dias foi o tom. São bons jogos e o tempo que tivemos sem nada da franquia fez bem. Um jejum, né? Fora que não há nada igual na indústria. Confio. Não há nada igual na indústria hoje, né, velho? O Gears ele veio da... Ele pegou o Resident Evil 4, a jogabilidade do Resident Evil 4 e botou cover, virou Gears. Aí essa jogabilidade dos Gears na 7ª geração, foi um inferno. Foi um inferno. Apareceu uma cacetada de jogo nessa pegada aí do Gears. Eu aguentava mais esses jogos.
In my studio at home. And honestly, like,
mas aí deu uma sossegada, é bem difícil ter jogos assim que sejam focados nisso, né?
I do a lot of work in the music industry as well anyway.
Uncharted,
so, like,
por exemplo.
ties in really nicely with that.
Uncharted é Gears na selva.
guitars themselves, and we'll get to the controller in a sec. I do want to tell people.
Na época lá eu ficava vendo as tretas de fanboy do Facebook. Já tinha naquela época. Cara, treta de Uncharted versus Gear era, olha, pancada. Uma delícia de ver.
If you come down to the Xbox booth, if you want to learn how to win one of these incredible, just beautiful pieces. You have brought something else along for us because there is something else going on in the middle there. So what? Oh, you've got another one.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yes, this is a controller that I worked on. So I worked with the Xbox Design Lab on this. This is fully customizable as well, so you can like switch out the buttons and the sticks and stuff and make it your own.
Cena da girafa, você tá falando aquela do Last of Us? Eu tô até hoje tentando entender qual foi a pira daquela cena da girafa. Que assim, eu não joguei, né? Eu vi aos pedaços e tal, e eu não sei se precisa entender todo o contexto pra se emocionar com a cena da girafa. Assim, a cena é bonita, uma cena bonita, mas não entendi porque que virou um marco assim, né? Daniel Vitorino, obrigado pelo superchat. Nada como o Doom, se mexeu, passa fogo para. Bem isso. Tirem tudo que se mexe.
Gamescom, but there's quite a lot going on here, so we're going to have to pop off and see what else we got going. So come along with me.
Então todo shooter que tem cover é um Gears.
This entire segment, you can see loads of people queuing up right now to go and actually play Gears of War E-Day. So E-Day has officially landed here in Cologne. This is particularly cool. We've got a custom PC built in partnership with NVIDIA GeForce RTX. We've got the nice COG logo there on the cooler. I mean, just looks unreal. So if you're in town, come and check everything out. And then what you're going to want to see, Benny was not kidding when he said the boomers are huge, but besides the boomers, we've got a couple of other buddies that we want to be talking to, because joining me in front of this incredible statue and one of the many photo ops that we have on the Xbox booth is Senior Product Manager at the Coalition, Noah Benish, and GeForce Evangelist, Jacob from NVIDIA, to chat with us about Gears on PC. So, hello guys, welcome to Gamescom. Is this your first Gamescom, or are you veterans at this point?
Second Gamescom for me.
Second?
For me, no, probably third or fourth, maybe.
Yeah. Okay,
maybe more.
Who's the guy you brought with us as well? Is he going to say anything?
He can say something.
You're kidding.
He can say something. Would you like him to?
We could do that, yeah.
Agora eu quero Mega Man X com câmera traseira e mecânica de cover. Nem inventa uma coisa dessa, velho. Nem inventa, não dá ideia não. Não dá ideia não. Depois aquele Bomberman realista e o Dino Crisis no espaço, ó. Não dá ideia não.
But yeah, tell me a little bit then about Gears on PC, because everyone here is checking out the game.
Absolutely.
We have Xbox players who are really excited. It's another console exclusive, but on PC.
Próximo Gears of War, eles vão pegar uma Kombi colorida e vamos passear aí pra relaxar, vai ser um cozy game.
Well, Henry, I think broadly the most important thing to know is that Gears of War E-Day is a game that is for PC players, built by PC players. So for us at the Coalition, at a bare minimum, that means supporting all the features you'd expect from a title like this, such as 32:9 and 21:9 ultra-wide support, including 21:9 cinematics in the campaign, extensive mouse and keyboard rebinding options, variable refresh rate, uncapped frames, and so much more that's hard to list off and mention here.
Yeah.
But beyond those sort of baseline features, we wanted to take the experience a little bit further for our PC players with advanced graphics technologies. And that's why last night we were so excited to announce that in partnership with NVIDIA, we've integrated deeply mega geometry into our game.
Mega geometry, okay. Yes. So I'm going to need you to run through what exactly we're talking about with that.
Yeah, RTX Mega Geometry. I am super excited about RTX Mega Geometry. So Gears of War E-Day supports nanite, so you'll get really detailed like environments, objects, and with RTX Mega Geometry, we can actually add ray tracing on all of the nanite geometry. So you'll get much better looking reflections, shadows, and I mean, it's just going to be way more immersive. You get 50 to 100 times the geometric detail with RTX Mega Geometry enabled. It's pretty amazing.
That is intense.
Geometrias.
So, just to break it down.
Olha essa geometria.
Shapes. Yeah, right, yeah. Mega. Pretty freaking sick. Yeah. Okay, cool. Everyone's on board now. Great. Well, thank you so much for chatting to me, guys, about everything here. Of course, that's not just what's going on here, because in the actual play area, people can check that out too, right?
Absolutely. I mean, better than talking about these features is experiencing them for yourself. So you and everyone else here at Gamescom can
Próximo
enjoy
Uncharted tem que largar o cover e a escalação e virar um jogo de nave para aparecer algo novo, mas já virou e o Nathan Drake raspou a cabeça.
RTX 5080 that have been built by our friends at Alternate. So if you're here at Gamescom,
Já
please
tem aí, ó.
check out the
Já
campaign.
anunciaram.
You know what to do now, guys. Yeah, thank you so much, guys.
Virtua
I'm probably
Fighter
gonna
não
head
deve
in there
mostrar
shortly
nada
after.
hoje. Que vai Crazy Tackle, eles deram um migué na gente e Stranger Than Heaven amanhã.
Nice. All right. Well, for a deeper look at that technology that is powering E-Day on PC, why don't you check out this exclusive
Lembrando que aqui São José dos Pinhais vai para Curitiba, né? No Treta Championship vai ter o torneio de Virtua Fighter oficial valendo $10 mil.
It's the story of emergence.
É $10 mil.
It's going back to the beginning.
É
$10 mil. Não,
é $10 mil reais de premiação. Acho que é $2 mil total, né? Daí deram uma arredondada assim pra ficar bonito, $10 mil reais. Né? E o gratuito, só chegar e jogar, tá bom? Só que tem que fazer a inscrição lá no site deles.
The PC community is incredibly important to us. I, myself, am a PC gamer. I've been making PC games for my entire career.
E eu vou jogar.
And we've built this game with a PC mindset.
Mas interessante é isso. Eu vou jogar esse torneio. Tô praticando, sério
high
mesmo.
detail geometry, heavily using nanite and lumen. We're going to be one of the first titles to use mega lights.
Gears of War supports hardware, ray trace, lighting, shadows, and reflections. This shows up in so many different ways. A great example is our
Aqui, ó, fiz um reel para falar do evento.
An environment that has TVs
Daí já
that
tem
have
o link para
dynamic
você
lighting coming off them and bouncing
se
off the
inscrever lá,
scene.
tá? Chega que vai ser bom. Quem é de fora, quiser, não tiver lugar para ficar, pode pegar uma hospedagem gratuita lá no ginásio, tá? No local do evento. Isso vai dormir com a galera da FGC lá. Caramba, que o povo dorme. Ficam fazendo FT a noite inteira.
And we can have dynamic lights that sort of flicker. You can build this sense of tension and use lighting as a tool for visual storytelling and gameplay that we haven't been able to do before.
Real-time reflections is something that's very cool for us. We have some really cool elements in the game.
Sim, tem um lugar no evento. Daí quando você fizer a inscrição, tem lá nas opções, né? Você precisa de hospedagem, daí você marca. Só que é limitado, não sei se tem ainda. Da última vez que eu vi tinha.
Dark, gritty vibe that we want to life in the game, and really adds a level of realism and cohesiveness that's never been possible for us before.
O evento de ontem não mostrou muito jogo que eu acompanho não, viu?
PC settings, we push ray tracing even farther with higher ray trace samples, more rays, but also RTX mega geometry.
Parece que eles fizeram um evento sem ter muita coisa assim pra mostrar, tá ligado?
Show RTX mega geometry in our game.
Pegaram bastante trailer, né? Só que o evento da Gamescom é mais pra mostrar os eventos que vão, os jogos que vão ter na Gamescom, né? E por isso que fica meio limitado.
It pushes the visual ray tracing to a higher level than we can achieve
Geometria, o novo ray tracing, essas palavras aí que eles inventam pra falar que uma máquina é mais fodona que a outra.
That is just crisper and has more fine detail in that shadow.
You definitely get a lot more detail in a lot of the rock surfaces. They look just a lot sharper and a lot more correct. And as well, things like barbed wire, things that were just not possible to represent with the amount of triangles that we had available to us, all of a sudden look really nice.
Our environments are incredibly dense. We have 100 times
Nossa,
the geometric detail in our
táxi
game
30
than anywhere
segundos,
else.
velho. E
And being able to
aí,
work
ó,
with
já estão
NVIDIA
3
and
horas
bring
passando
mega
ideia.
geometry to this game really is going to show what games are going to look like in the future.
DLSS and other super sampling techniques really allow us as a developer to perform more
Não teve
advanced
Mega Man.
graphics techniques that just wouldn't be possible to do if we were working at full resolution. It's something that allows you to take a lower res image and then using machine learning is able to upsample that to a larger image without really sacrificing the quality.
We also support dynamic multi-frame generation, allowing you to push to the highest frame rates possible. And it's so important that we tie this with Reflex. Reflex lowers latency and
No
improves
RTX
the
Low aí tá
responsiveness of the game.
231 frames por segundo, tá? No PC 231 frames por segundo.
You want to make sure that you have
Uma
your enemy in focus and
DLSS
critical over them at all times.
4.5
We want a nice,
RT1.
smooth frame rate, and we want that ultra-responsive input latency.
243 agora, olha.
Customization is a huge part of why I play games
No
on
Xbox
PC,
vai rodar quanto?
and it's part of what we wanted to make sure we're delivering for E-Day players.
Xbox X
if they
vai rodar
care about
quanto?
HDR, if they care about frame rate versus resolution, we want all of that
Só
choice.
uma 50,
I'm an
90
ultra-wide
aí,
player.
roda
I
isso daí
really pushed
tranquilo.
the team to make sure that we are
240
showing up strongly there. We have full support for native 21:9, gameplay up to 32:9, and all of our cinematics are also real-time and are rendered in ultra-wide.
Our benchmark is something that's very important to us. It was something that has always been used by reviewers for years after we ship, and it's something we hope will be that way again. This is a very technically ambitious title, and I think we're going to push hardware for years to come.
Beira vai jogar o Gears of War aí.
We've always built
jogar
our
o E-Day.
games to showcase the latest technology and push what is possible in gaming. And working with NVIDIA, who share the same philosophy with us, we've been able to bring features like ray traced lighting, RTX mega geometry, DLSS, reflex. For players, this means delivering an experience that feels like they're playing a movie with the real-time performance that you expect in a high-end game.
Opa, mais tirinho. Agora Gears, primeira pessoa.
All suit systems are nominal. Atmospheric interference is causing data transmission issues. Proceed.
Xbox fazendo propaganda de PC, pois é, né? Beira vai começar o treino pro treta do Tua Fighter 5. Eu tô jogando no Switch 2 na sala. Aí no último dia eu vou ter que pegar no controle do Play 5, que vai ser Play 5 que vai jogar lá, né? Pra não estranhar o controle.
I love it when the title of a game so purely matches the gameplay, and here to break down what we just saw and give us an exclusive first look at what fans can expect in-game for Alien Deathstorm, please welcome Rebellion's Head of Design, Ben Fisher. Welcome.
Hiya, how's it going?
Ben, it's so good to see you. I mean, it feels like only yesterday we were hanging out at the pub, chatting Atomfall, and it seems that you and the team have been pretty busy since then as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's great to work on a load of different games at once, but we learned some cool stuff from Atomfall about sandbox freedom and giving the player non-traditional ways of doing objectives. We've fed that straight into Alien Deathstorm.
Ooh, I love that. Now, on that topic, Atomfall, congratulations. It's been a huge success for you guys at Rebellion. I hear it has a lot to do with maybe Benny and I's characters' face scans in the game, but you know, we won't take too much credit here. You mentioned there about applying that into Alien Deathstorm. Can you break that down a little bit? What from the project have you brought over? What design elements can we look forward to?
So the main thing is
Capcom safada, nem me mandou uma buildzinha do Mega Man aí pra fazer conteúdo pra vocês, né? Pô, um monte de canal aqui fez.
We don't usually choreograph specific gameplay experiences, but build a possibility space for the player to take control. So exactly that same stuff has come across to Alien Deathstorm. The new challenge for us has been combining that with horror gameplay, because horror gameplay is normally quite handcrafted, but I think we found a secret formula that really makes it happen procedurally. It's very exciting.
Secret sauce, very exciting. Nice.
No, I'm really excited to see it, so should we get started?
Wait a minute.
No.
Right, now I'm ready.
What the heck is that?
You'll find out very soon.
little hint in the trailer, but should we hop into and check some gameplay out as well?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Oh, hold on. It will come up. Ah, here we go. Now, this is the Megastorm in full swing. What are we doing here?
So you play as an engineer who's been called into an off-world colony. The colony's gone dark, there's no signals coming from it. You think you're there to do a repair job to help sort the colony out, and as you explore, you discover that people have gone missing, the situation's getting worse. You're trapped there, and it's a desperate fight for survival. Now, the game balances, like I said, the combat intensity of like a sort of horror shooter with investigation and discovery. So you're, as an engineer, you're kind of exploring the situation, finding out what's happening, and as you do so, the storm is tearing the place apart. So you're fighting to survive at the same time.
Nice. Can you break that down a little bit further? The engineer's role, that's a pretty specific choice there. How does that come into play with gameplay?
Well, we wanted to give you
Queria que vendesse a Rare pra Nintendo, pelo menos ela usaria as franquias. Ela poderia ressuscitar algumas lá do período do Nintendo 64, né?
Do a bit of percussive maintenance to try and get the place up and running. So instead of doing traditional objectives where you're told exactly what to do, instead we've got a system that we call Squire that you use to kind of diagnose the situation and figure out what's going wrong. So what we can see here is the player exploring around, testing out the locations, trying to see what's happening and trying to piece together in their head how to tackle the situation in front of them. So this is a nuclear reactor that's in the early stages of meltdown, and they're going to try and diagnose what's wrong and try and fix it. So the player has to be observant.
E de Conk Racing eles podem fazer simplesmente trocando o nome. Acho que nem precisa trocar o nome. Esse daí é a IP deles.
Very interesting.
That just scared me. I was not expecting the ceiling to collapse.
Well, good.
But I was just having a look at the HUD, right? And like stuff is popping up on the HUD all the time. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Donkey Kong lá é tudo da Nintendo.
Sure. Well, we want to give you lots of anticipation before a fight kicks off, because as you're exploring, you know, you're making a load of noise, you're causing a load of mischief, and that's going to attract some attention.
Yeah.
So there's a tracker at the bottom of the screen that gives you pings of nearby movement. It'll get scrambled by radiation and things like that. So it's like a multi-purpose tool to help them explore and understand the situation. So combined with Squire as a way of doing objectives, it makes you feel like you're there to do a job and you've got to like piece together and survive.
And who's the voice that we keep hearing
Rodrigo falou que acha as situações de terror do Resident Evil 7 besta. Ah, você não se impressionou com o terror, eu acho que o jogo, esse é o Resident Evil que mais dá cagaço, velho. O 7 disparado é o Resident Evil que mais dá cagaço. Aí você achou besta. O gameplay também é bom. Eu gosto muito do gameplay. Tem uns lances do final assim que são bem interessantes. Mas assim, se você não tá gostando.
Now in the footage as well, I can hear some of the music making that tension a bit more buildable, and you mentioned some horror scenarios too. How can fans of horror games
joga o 8, pô, se não gostou do 7, vai gostar do 8 como?
Their spooks and scares like Benny did with from Rebellion.
Well, I think this is one of the most exciting parts of the game, because the
a única coisa que o 8 tem de bom é Dimitrescu. Acabou a Dimitrescu, acabou o jogo.
It's all tuned around the player's exploration, the player's experiences. So, you know, as you're making a lot of noise and you're exploring, you might be attracting unwanted attention. You get a nice long bit of anticipation before the horrors turn up. But the fights and the encounters will be different for every single player.
So it doesn't matter how many times you've gone through it before, you might never be prepared for what's about to happen.
É, Francilão. Live Boomer com treta de console Wars aí no chat. Hoje tá uma beleza.
Right now, we're trying to repair and restore power to the
só jogando pilha aí em cima.
Right. What else is around him? What other kind of resource or enemies are we keeping an eye out for? Because in the trailer we saw a lot.
Yeah.
And right on cue.
Yeah. So the player here has been poking around, attracting attention.
Tem os outros e é bom. Lá a gente vai pra jogo de terror de streamer. Um bonequinho dando pulo na tela. O outro uma máquina gigante. E os caras também tiram sarro de mim que eu gosto de Resident Evil 6. Ah, se ferrar.
Actually, do I have enough, or should I just go straight for the objective?
Exactly that, yeah.
We saw a couple of different scary looking guys there as well. Have they got different names? What kind of different enemy types can we expect?
Yeah, so there is a range of aliens throughout the game. In this demo here, you'll see
Dimitrescu de verdade parece a Merlin imensa. Ela tava ontem na Gamescom.
More that sort of unlock over the course of the game. But as devs, we don't even know exactly what aliens will be and what encounters, because it's all procedural or dynamic.
Wow, that's very exciting.
And to defeat these aliens, right, we're gonna need weapons, just like what you've got on the desk. What weapons are players going to have in Alien Deathstorm?
Yeah, so there's a good range of weapons. You'll only see, I think, 3 of them in this demo. And they're all very kind of grounded, real-world weapons, because we felt like that kind of... That suit the tone, that kind of gritty, grounded sci-fi environment. So you'll see an SMG here, the shotgun, a pistol.
O chefe do ferro velho lá, que elas fazem robôzão, sei lá que porcaria que é aquela com ferro velho. Ele não é o último. O último parece um chefe de Final Fantasy.
How does that actually work for weapons, the upgrade system in Alien Deathstorm?
There's workbenches found throughout the game, and you sort of collect crafting materials
o problema mesmo do Resident Evil não é assim os chefes palhaçada que sempre teve, tá ligado?
Do you have a favorite weapon that you want to talk about?
O problema é que é um jogo que não se decide, ele não tem personalidade nenhuma. Não tem personalidade nenhuma, ele quer ser todos os jogos de terror de uma vez. Sabe? E não é nenhum, fica uma porcaria. É isso.
Like new attachments. How does Alien Deathstorm encourage players to venture off the beaten path, especially if you're going to be like
Resident Evil 7, ele é o Resident Evil, os Resident Evil clássicos, só que em primeira pessoa, certinho. Mesmo tipo de desafio, mesmo tipo de puzzle, mesmo tipo de gameplay, combate, né, diferente, claro, mas você consegue reconhecer muito Resident Evil clássico no 7.
So this is like a space reactor, and I don't know about you, but I've never been to a space reactor.
O jogo é consistente, assim.
Make sure it's got a kind of, clear signposting, clear exploration, so that you can either explore everywhere for resources, or you can sort of get a quick understanding of how you're supposed to explore. But we leave it completely up to the player.
No, I always love like going on exploring, because it's like an Atom Force spent so long trying to search for Morris's hairline, which is
Esse é Alien Deathstorm.
My character was made bald as bald can be.
Mas a SEGA tá fazendo Alien Isolation 2, viu? Já anunciaram.
Sorry, that was hard. I mean, we've got aliens, we've got nice alien guts to look forward to as well, but what other challenges, like that one, can our players look forward to?
That was class. Yeah, all the best games have got a white visor, but right.
Talvez o Resident Evil 7 seria melhor em terceira pessoa. Cara, o Resident Evil 8 eles conseguiram fazer, o 7 eu acho que não dá. Que é muito lugar apertado, é sala fechada, assim. Não ia dar uma câmera direita, assim, se fosse terceira pessoa.
Immersive, gritty, make you feel like you're really in the suit.
Yeah. That was something about Atomfall that we really enjoyed, is collecting just everyday items that really grind maybe the players, or especially for me, it feels like that. So having to deal with
falaram pra caramba do jogo,
mostraram muita coisa. In real life or in video games is nice touch.
Crazy Taxi mostraram um trailer de 30 segundos. Minecraft Dungeon.
Yeah, nice swipe transitions.
Now we've said this a few times as well, like as we're getting into these fights and the weapons that we're using, what else helps make each encounter unique that you're running into? Because you've said a few times that you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, so behind the scenes,
não, o 7 eu acho que funcionou muito bem em primeira pessoa. Apesar de eu não gostar também, né?
Foi um
jogo que fez sentido.
Kind of build set pieces a little bit. You know, there's a balance between dynamic and making sure that you'll have those high points. But we absolutely don't know with each time what encounter you're going to hit. All of the spaces are designed
so that no matter what 8, eu gostei do final.
In them, it's going to be an interesting fight.
Finalzinho.
As you blend different kinds of
plot
aliens
twist,
at
aquilo lá.
Your strategy has to become much more complicated.
Só que eu acho que eles bem que podiam ter colocado no 7 mesmo, pra evitar fazer outro jogo com o Ethan.
Yeah, so a lot of the fun in the game comes from splitting the player's attention between trying to solve the puzzle of the environment and then having to deal with unpredictable aliens coming from every direction.
Eu acho que a ameaça emprego e colocar a vida em risco, colocar a vida em risco foi indiretamente, né, do pessoal passando fome. Ameaçar emprego com certeza.
Yeah, so in this trailer here you'll see stims and grenades as a couple of additional
negócio, pessoal, tem que se adaptando, que tecnologia vai comendo todo mundo. É assim desde a Revolução Industrial, pelo menos.
So right now, as we're kind of making our way through the level, what else should players be looking at?
Cada invenção aí que dá deixa uma cabalhada de gente desempregada.
Okay, we made it to the reactor as well, is that right? Very cool.
So you never quite know when the fight's going to cool down, or if it's going to bloom back up and you're going to have to encounter more aliens, so you've really got to keep your wits about you. And in this space here, you can see that the tracker has, the scanner is noisy.
Yeah.
You know, so because you're near
o problema é que a gente tem que ir se adaptando, arrumando outro jeito de viver e força de trabalho, trabalho, poder, dinheiro e tal, vai cada vez se concentrando mais em menos mãos. É tudo se concentrando. Você vê a NVIDIA, né? O tanto que ela subiu desde que começou essa subida de inteligência artificial. E é tudo... Mandaram...
You hear the aliens coming with a lot of notice before they actually arrive, before they start climbing down the walls and piling out the air
Então,
vents.
assim,
So you've got lots of time to choose a spot that you
coisas
think's
que
defensible.
muitas pessoas antes faziam, tinham muitas empresas que faziam antes, agora são poucas empresas que estão fazendo a mesma coisa. E cada vez vai acontecendo isso, vai se concentrando mais, vai se concentrando mais. Então, assim, a gente já tá no cenário cyberpunk, tá? Não é por mal não, mas a gente já tá vivendo uma realidade cyberpunk. Agora vai de cada um aí. Médica Capivara, obrigado pelo Pix. Salve, Velberan. Será que a Twinkle Girl no novo Mega Man é a resposta da Capcom para Robogirl? Eu acho que é, hein? Eu acho que é. Pra falar a verdade, o desenvolvedor da Robogirl, da Robogirl, ele mudou o avatar no servidor do Twitter, do Discord dele pra uma figurinha da Twinkle Girl. Ele gostou, ele botou lá o avatar da Twinkle Girl.
Since the beginning, it's a special moment for me personally. My first ever console was the OG.
Mas galera, pô, tava vendo, já tinha gente fazendo pixel art estilo Super Nintendo da Twinkle, fazendo um monte de
games has actually helped me cultivate a whole bunch of my interests outside of gaming. The fact I was really obsessed with SSX3, the snowboarding game. So much so that I took up snowboarding in real life. So I'm very happy to be here celebrating 25 years too.
Deixa eu ver o tanto que se empolgaram com ela. É que isso daí pode ser pra outras coisas também, né? Uma rolada. Aqui, ó, que eu falei. Uma das pixel art,
Minecraft Dungeons 2, Gears of War E-Day, Fable, EA Sports FC 27, NBA 2K27, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, and Grand Theft Auto 6. No matter where or how you game, the best place to play is Xbox.
Now, to a throwback making
10 roladas no Twitter e não apareceu o retão. Só de escrever o nome, né? Agora deixa eu colocar aqui.
Fans can expect when the revival of this epic franchise drops next year. So take a look.
Já colocaram aqui. Bem-vindo à regra 34, Twinkle Girl. Fizeram bem bonitinho ainda. Bem kawaii. Mais uma. A outra que tá mostrando aqui é assim. Essa não conta. Ah, esse é o Persona que vocês queriam? Olha o Persona.
Police are treating this as part of a serial murder case.
You ever heard of the Midnight Channel? On a rainy night, you look into a TV that's turned off. When the clock strikes 12, someone else will appear on
Essas animações aí tinha no original?
Really? An urban legend. Not even a kid would believe something that stupid.
The time has come to open thine eyes. Call upon power within.
No.
Vamos só de trailer de novo? Não vamos mostrar o gameplay?
I'm your shadow, and there's nothing about you that I don't believe you. You're not me!
Does it seem like that world in the TV has to be related to Senpai and Yamano's deaths?
Are you saying people who appear on the TV died?
Whatever's going on here,
We're
we're getting to the bottom of it.
Vamos almoçar aqui com vocês. Persona 4 Revival. Vamos falar mais do jogo ou deram Miguel de novo?
皆さんこんにちは。ペルソナスタジオゼネラルプロデューサーの和田和久です。先ほどご覧いただいたストーリートレーラーではペルソナ4リバイバルの新たな姿をご紹介しました。本作は静かな地方都市を舞台に連続殺人事件とそこで次第に明らかになっていく隠された真実を追い求める物語です。しかしペルソナ4は単に事件の真相を追うだけの作品ではありません。その根底にあるのは人と人とのつながり、自分自身についての真実を見つけていくこと、そしてそうした絆の中で紡がれていく人間ドラマを描いた物語です。
Someone in town is definitely kidnapping people and throwing them into the TV.
これらの対比こそがペルソナ4を特別な作品にしています。明るく青春に満ち思わず笑みがこぼれるような親しみやすさや人との距離の近さを感じたかと思えば、次の瞬間には不穏な空気に包まれることもあります。稲葉の温かな日常があるからこそ事件の謎はより強く心に迫ります。そしてその事件を取り巻く闇が深いからこそ仲間と過ごす何気ない日々がよりかけがえのないものとして感じられるのです。シリーズ未経験の方にとっても本作はペルソナというシリーズを最も象徴的に体験できる作品の一つです。地方都市で高校生活を送り、人々との出会い関係を築きながら一日一日をどのように過ごすかを選択していく。そして日常の裏側にはテレビの中に広がるもう一つの世界が存在しています。そこで仲間との絆が力となって自らを支える大きな武器となります。
Trust me, we know you can push your limits.
日常と非日常を行き来するこの構造はですね、ペルソナシリーズの核となる要素です。そしてペルソナ4ではその体験がさらに深い謎と結びついています。
It's the picture we took the other day with all the other part-timers.
この物語が描いているのは人が心の奥に隠しているもの、目を背け続けているもの、そしていつか隠し続けることのできなくなった真実と向き合う瞬間です。こうしたテーマこそが今なお多くの方々に愛され続けている理由の一つだと思います。ペルソナ4リバイバルの開発を始めるにあたって私たちが最も大切にしたことの一つはオリジナル版で多くの方が感じてくれたあの空気感を守ることでした。静かな田舎町稲葉の佇まい、仲間たちとの何気ない会話が紡ぐ穏やかな日常、そして少しずつ真相へ迫っていくミステリーらしい緊張感、そうした要素こそがペルソナ4の核となるものです。だからこそ私たちはその魅力の本質を大切に受け継ぎながら現代の技術や表現によって当時感じていただいた体験をもう一度味わっていただけるよう一つ一つ丁寧に再構築しました。同時に本作は単なるリマスターではなく完全なリメイク作品です。リマスターがオリジナルの魅力をそのまま現代に届けるものだとすれば、リメイクはその魅力を受け継ぎながら現代のプレイヤーにふさわしい体験として新たに蘇らせるものと言えるでしょう。私たちが目指したのはペルソナ4ならではの魅力を大切に守りながら現代のペルソナシリーズが持つ表現力や遊びやすさによって本作を新たに蘇らせることでした。そのため、ゲームプレイそのものも現代のプレイヤーに合わせて進化させています。ユーザーインターフェースの改善やバトルテンポの最適化、ダンジョン探索の快適性向上などゲーム全体をよりスムーズで遊びやすいものへと磨き上げました。初めて稲葉を訪れる人にも久しぶりにこの街へ帰ってくる人にも自然とこの世界に引き込まれるような体験をお届けしたいと考えています。またキャラクター表現にも徹底的にこだわりました。ペルソナ4においてドラマチックなシーンだけでなく仲間たちと過ごす何気ない日常も非常に重要な要素。仲間同士のたわいない会話、少し気まずさを感じるやり取り、 そして突然訪れる緊張や恐怖、そうしたさまざまな感情の移り変わりをより自然により身近に感じていただけるよう一つ一つ丁寧に表現しています。
Are you sure about this?
Ninguém perguntou, mas vai ter localização em português.
But all we can do is trust our instincts at this point.
さらにカメラワークや演出にも細かな調整を加え、何気ない日常のワンシーンであっても登場人物たちの感情がより豊かに伝わるように磨き上げました。ペルソナ4ならではの温かな人間ドラマを大切にしながら、キャラクターたちをこれまで以上に身近に感じていただける作品へと生まれ変わっています。
You're me, and I'm you. When you get down to it, all of this is me.
ペルソナシリーズにおいて音楽は単なる BGM ではありません。作品の空気感を生み出し、物語を彩り、プレイヤーの皆さんの記憶に残るペルソナを語る上で欠かせない存在です。中でもペルソナ4は音楽も多くの皆さんに愛されてきました。だからこそその魅力を損なうことなく、オリジナル版への敬意を大切にしながらサウンド制作に取り組みました。原作楽曲の魅力を受け継ぎながら、ボーカル曲やバトル曲をはじめ全楽曲を現代の表現に合わせて丁寧にリファインしています。さらに本作のために数多くの新曲も制作しました。懐かしさと新しさ、そのどちらも感じていただけるサウンドをお楽しみいただければと思います。さて、ペルソナ4リバイバルについてご紹介してきましたが、いかがでしたでしょうか。今後さらに多くの情報をお届けできることを我々ペルソナチーム一同楽しみにしています。最後になりますが、本作がペルソナシリーズを初めて遊ぶ方には日常と非日常が交錯するペルソナならではの魅力を余すことなく体験していただけると思っています。そしてすでに稲葉をよく知っている皆さんにも知り尽くしていると思ってたこの街にですね、まだまだ新たな発見や驚きが待っていることを感じていただけるはずです。ぜひペルソナ4リバイバルで霧に隠されたその真実を確かめてみてください。 Who's on air?
Eu tava saindo de carro, não aguentava mais ver a cara desse povo aqui. Qualquer lugar que eu ia tava pôster, banner,
few games more synonymous with beautiful environments, immersive puzzles, and fluid combat than Tomb Raider. And as someone who has played Tomb Raider Legend, Underworld, Anniversary, the original, etc., so much that I can still recite a bunch of the cutscenes from memory, I am particularly excited to be talking about this next chapter in the legendary
assim,
franchise.
Em questão de popularidade, eu acho que ele só não bate Final Fantasy e Dragon Quest.
Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis. Please welcome Crystal Dynamics Experience Director Jeff Adams and
Opa, olha o Tomb
Flying
Raider aí
Wild
que vocês
Hog's
queriam.
Art Director
Eu diria
Alex
assim, popularidade, tá? Não
Welcome,
vendo, mas
guys.
popularidade.
How are
Final
you? How's your
Fantasy
Gamescom
quase
going?
empatado com
Awesome,
Dragon
so
Quest
far, so
e Persona.
Good.
Fantastic. I couldn't ask for more.
Awesome. I mean, I am so excited, as you can maybe tell, to see what you've got for us today. So set us up, set the scene. What can we look to expect from the gameplay?
So today we're going to be taking a nice in-depth look at Peru. This is Lara when she is on the hunt for the tomb of Qualopec, and so she has to engage with this iconic location, but it really shows how we are putting reimagining at the forefront to make sure we're preserving familiarity, but at the same time introducing new challenge.
Yeah. Now, Jeff, you literally just said reimagining versus like a remake or remaster. Can you tell me a little bit about what that means to your team as well as for the players?
Absolutely. In a nutshell, reimagining means preserving the things that make those iconic locations recognizable. We want to make sure that we're preserving that core DNA, but we also want to make sure that we're finding new ways to introduce new challenge, new surprise, new delight for our players. And so therefore, if you're a new fan who's never played before, you come in and you just see a really cool game experience. But if you're a fan who's played before, like yourself, we want you to come in and actually have that first play experience.
É obrigatório ter barba na Microsoft, sim, se não tinham foram demitidos.
On top of that, like basically what we've got from the original one are a bunch of memories. So we want to recreate those memories for the new players and just bring more people in and create those new unbelievable stories for them as well.
That sounds so good. Can we dig like a tiny bit deeper into your answers as well?
Sure.
How important, or maybe even how challenging was it to strike that balance between nostalgia as well as new exciting experiences for new players?
It's a delicate balance, and I like to say it's a combination of an exciting opportunity to get a chance to get under the hood and really kind of see what we can do, but it's also an incredible responsibility because we know that there are people that have so many strong memories. Like Lara's become so part of people's personas in a lot of ways, and we want to make sure that we're really making sure that those fans are seen, but at the same time we're also giving them a chance to actually experience something new with the character. And so we take it very seriously, and everything we change or everything we modify, we do because we feel like it's basically what the original developers of the game probably were getting at, but they were just constrained by the tools of their time.
Have you found the same experience, Eric, as well? The design looks incredible.
Yeah, I mean, what we wanted to do, for example, with art, we wanted to bring back the same color palette. So like when you squeeze your eyes, you can see the the original game, and just bring this subconscious idea throughout the game. But also we want to keep the key elements from the original one. So we're trying to be, like Jeff said, being super respectful to the OG, but then bring our own flavor to it as well.
Okay, I can't wait to spin my eyes then and look at the game. That's so smart. I never thought about that before. Well, can we take a wee look and see what it's all about then? What you guys have been up to?
We will allow it.
Nice.
Hey, gameplay.
And here she is. Oh, such swagger she's got.
Yeah, you see that familiar silhouette come into the light and you just instantly get the hairs on the back of your neck standing up.
I mean,
Depois aquele vídeo que tinha vazado antes, povo tudo.
Eric, talk to us about,
inclusive eu que tô falando que era CGI.
And congratulations to you, the whole team.
Yeah, it's the team's work, but what we're trying to do is being
CGI
authentic to the place that we are bringing people in, because basically Lara Croft is archaeologist, so the places she discovers and she explores, they need to be real. So in this example, we dive deep into Incan culture and architecture in Peru, and also the plants and everything, with the idea of bringing back the original feeling. So we've done what we could with the... we've been authentic to the Peruvian culture, but also we bring, it's a game, so we want to... We make it fun and beautiful.
Yeah, it's really... When we dove into it, we're like, okay, the cog puzzle is such an iconic part of that game. I'm going to say iconic a lot because
detalhes no gameplay que a gente não pegava nos trailers.
So, but let's say they're memorable water cooler moments that people remember so well. But in a modern gaming sense, like we have we have an ability to create a higher believability sense of immersion. And so when we really kind of step back and we look at it for what it is and how we try to make the gameplay feel naturally seated and believable in the world, but just slightly out of place, like why does this exist? It sparks a feeling of curiosity. And curiosity combined with exploration is like what Tomb Raider is at a core. And so we get it on screen and we hopefully make people happy with it.
Yeah, also when
Fãs de Tomb Raider estão preparados pro pessoal que vai ficar falando que é cópia do Uncharted?
This culture that has the ceremony of bringing the cogs together to open the gate to Tomb of Qualopec. So it was really fun to just build the whole structures and logic and the whole system, why it would be there and how it worked.
I love that.
Like here's a perfect example.
Achei que o Velberan não gostava. Do quê? De bunda eu gosto, de Tomb Raider não.
The water after dislodging the roots.
But, 10 all round, by the way.
Oh, awesome. But along the way, she's like, wait a minute, I see something out of the corner of my eye. The player drives in and they come into this new space. You may have never missed this unless you took, or you may have never seen it if you had not taken a chance to actually just look around for a beat.
I mean, speaking about looking around, is there maybe particular details that you guys are really proud of or that you want players to really notice in the
a gente notou os detalhes sim.
From an environmental perspective, for me, was the most important. I want people to immerse in a game, and I don't want to break this immersion, so I wanted to build everything with the logic. So everything, all the mechanisms, all the puzzles, they need to be there for a reason. And me and our team, like, we really work really hard to make sure that every single puzzle, every single obstacle that Lara meets, it makes sense. So, like, when you dive deep into the environment, into the world that we are playing, it's there because someone built it, not because the game requires it to.
And we don't want the environment to feel like it's a heritage site. I mean, we're in the wild. This is a lost city, lost to time that we are discovering. And as a result, we have the opportunity to kind of do some storytelling tricks where we can actually say, hey, this is a culture that evolved in isolation for a while. So how do you preserve what we know about Incan culture, but at the same time, give it a uniqueness to say, hey, it's unmistakably Tomb Raider, but it's that way because they just evolved in isolation for a while.
Yeah.
And when you play the game, you're going to find out why.
Yeah.
Sick. And then you can have a lot of fun with the overgrown aesthetic, as well as obviously some of the dirt that Lara's picked up as she's traversing through these environments. That's sick.
Yeah, I mean, that's a part of just making sure that the environment feels like you are the person who discovered the first in a very, very long time, because that's what she does. And we want to make sure that that's how it feels as well.
Yeah, and Lara's she's not a delicate flower. She looks good, but she is going to get her hands dirty. She's going to dig in.
Heck yeah.
She's going to go anywhere, and she's going to follow her instincts, similar to how she's doing here. She's like, I need that cog to get that puzzle moving. I found one, but that has opened up the path to somewhere else. So curiosity is driving her. You're going to be along, helping her find that way, and we get into beautiful traversal that make sure that Lara's physical attributes, her athleticism is on full display in these moments.
She's at her peak, right?
She's at her peak.
Yep.
Love that. Now, the puzzles, like you mentioned, they are such an iconic part of Tomb Raider for me as well. There's so many that I remember from Greece, Egypt, all of the levels. Can you go a little bit deeper about how you've evolved them for Legacy of Atlantis?
Similar to what we talked about reimagining, it's about saying, hey, this puzzle as it existed, what was the original intent here? And if that intent is something that we are like, hey, that's a really strong guiding principle, how do we take that and make it the ultimate version of what it intends to be? Sometimes that means sticking very close to the formula. Sometimes it means deviating into another area, but we do so in a way that's very thoughtful and very precise, because we never want to make it feel like we're ignoring the history of this adventure that we're reimagining. We want it to feel like it's the re-debut of this game. And so adding new details like giving her gear items that allow her to extract more lore from the world, preserving some of those classic abilities like push-pull, traversal being fluid and dynamic. We'll get into combat a little bit later, but these are all just Tomb Raider things at the core.
Amazing.
Yeah, but just going back to the scanner thing, like, you can use a scanner if you are a fan and just want to, like Jeff said, dig deep into the lore. You can scan things and find out more, but you can also use the scanner as a clue to the puzzles. It gives you clues if you want to. If you don't want to, you can just play it your way.
And that's
mano, o cara que tá jogando tá de sacanagem com essa câmera aí, só pode.
Want to have this full breadth of systems, but we also have our hardcore players that are like, I want 2 pistols and no help. And we're accommodating them as well.
Yeah, I love that. Giving players way more choice and following their lead as well. That's so cool. It sounds like you guys have done a lot of research as well and really respected a lot of the environments that you're talking about in real life, as well as creating a more fantasy realm for Lara to explore. That sounds sick.
I mean, the research is a massive part of what we've been doing, because the cultures that we've been working on recently is Incans, ancient Greece, Egypt, and we want to be respectful to those cultures and to the history that they have, and also for the players to feel like they are actually archaeologists, not just playing the game. So that's why we've done so much research.
And when we decided to partner with the Hogs on this game, co-develop it together, we knew that they were also fans of the game. I think Maddie is actually one of the designers on the
yeah.
So like we've got a designer on the team who literally used to make Tomb Raider levels for fun.
Yeah.
And he's really well known in the community. So these are real fans that are making the game.
Wow.
But at the same time, we're also, we have a luxury of very talented developers who ask the right questions, who push in the right places to make sure we get really cool stuff that's fun to play on screen. And watching this whole process unfold over the last few years has just been a treat as a developer.
I bet. That's so special. That's so cool. What we're seeing here is Lara movement in full action there. She's got a lot of swagger. Like I said, she's got steez looking. Can you talk to me a little bit about some of the innovations that Lara's movement can be experienced in Legacy of Advantis, and how it'll feel for players to play as her.
What we hope is it feels familiar. We hope that you can pick up the sticks and you're like, wow, this is like putting on an old pair of shoes that are super comfortable. But at the same time, we've given her a couple of more tricks that she can use to help navigate the world, such as her grapple cuff that can give her some unique abilities to interact with objects, to use it to navigate. Those little touches are additive and are meant to enhance the experience while still preserving that original intent.
Very cool.
But that cog puzzle, I mean, she basically knew she needed to find it. She used her instinct. She moved upwards through this beautiful little pocket city that was adjacent to this temple, discovered things about it along the way, got inside, found this beautiful water clock whose purpose is unknown.
Yeah.
She gets it,
Look at her
and
go.
look at this.
There she is. That's Lara, baby. Oh my gosh.
Lara never comes in through the front door, and she never leaves without style.
Oh, that's sick.
So yeah, we've got this beautiful landscape around us. The environment art is stunning.
I know.
I mean,
incredible.
I mean, we try to.
Vai ter
When
Tibu aí,
you
ó.
play in this game, like we want you to
Ah,
explore and
cortaram,
just enjoy
cortaram o
exploring
Tibu.
the environment, apart of doing everything else. Like if you just want to walk around and want to figure out what was actually happening in this place and how what the people were doing there hundreds of years ago, you can do so. And just working on all those vistas, it's just so awesome. Like our teams put so much heart and passion into building the vistas like this.
Look at that. This is one of my favorite moments is the postcard shots where you're alone in the wilderness. You can hear the birds chirping, the leaves rustling. There's no time clock. We want people
até a
to
guria
slow
ali tá se
down when they
abanando
play
ali, ó.
the game. We want them
De
to say,
calor,
take
cara.
it in, enjoy it. You don't have to speed run it, but if you're listening and you do, let us know what your time is because we'll keep track. But that's great. It's the type of audience that we have. You know, we have people that want to challenge themselves to move through the experience as fast as they can, and those that want to sightsee. And the game just is welcoming to all.
I'll be sightseeing for sure. I've got tears in my eyes. I'm not even joking. That is absolutely incredible. Wow. I wanted to go back a little bit and talk a little bit more about Lara's toolkit and how that's evolved here. So we've mentioned her grapple hook, we saw the scanner in action as well. How is that really going to affect the gameplay for players, and what other tools has she got up her sleeve?
Well, we've got like you said, the two items that we've already discussed. Nice. And as Arik mentioned, the scanner has some dual functionality. It can not only give you some hints that are optional if you don't want to engage with it, but it also gives you some world lore. But on top of that, we've got some things under the hood in the PDA that we can use to help give her some slightly different skill attributes if you want to equip her in a certain way to help meet challenges as you face them. We've got our crafting system because we want to make sure that, you know, finding med packs
in the middle of the jungle. It's cool.
A little bit old school, yeah.
In a tomb 10,000 years old, has lucky that there's a first aid kit
What do
here.
you mean? They're not there all the time?
No,
What the heck?
so we were like, how do we make this still feel like Tomb Raider, but at the same time, like, not break immersion? And so that's where, like, crafting is a perfect add-on in addition to it. It lets her scavenge the world for resources, use her knowledge and her ability to craft something useful. And on top of that, she can use recipes to provide certain gameplay buffs that are going to help give her short-term
if you want to, you
advantages.
don't have to. And you can just play the old school way, dual pistol all the way through with healing items if you want.
If you want to put your heads down and power through it, you can do it, but these things are available to you, and we think they're fun to engage with.
Amazing.
The Tomb of Qualipec waterfall gate is opened.
Done it.
Now here we're advancing to a little bit later in the game. We're now just on the cusp of a very memorable first encounter. So folks, hold on, here we go.
Oh, I remember this, I think.
But we got to do it with style.
Yes!
Aê! O pessoal tava querendo aí, ó.
You know,
mergulho dela.
Early stages of the project, we were like,
Ela
hey,
tá dando
you know,
uns
if we're
outros
really
mergulhos
gonna
mais
do this, we
esquisitinhos,
want to
né?
represent Lara in a
Caindo de
way
pé.
that she's fully recognizable. And part of that is the acrobatics. Lara without the acrobatics is still cool Lara, but not classic Lara. And here, they're on full display, but what I hope people appreciate is that there's more grounding, more believability to it in how she moves. she's still having fun.
Vou mostrar a ação também.
It's synonymous to her, but yeah. Like you mentioned, the more grounded when she was kicking the cog puzzle, that looked sick. It was so cool.
Yep.
But yeah.
Those little interactive moments add a sense of cinematic spectacle time to time, which is nice. It allows the game to still feel like a summer blockbuster.
Yeah. And speaking of, hello, who are these guys? Hello. The Raptor design looks really cool, Arik, as well.
Brilliant. Thank you.
I love the addition of the feathers.
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to keep the red color, you know, which you remember from the original one. But obviously, our knowledge about the dinosaurs evolved so much since 1996. So we wanted, like with everything in this game, we want to add on the top of what
filme, ou
was
sei
done
lá,
already.
atirava com duas pistolas antes da Lara Croft. Que agora eu ia falar, nossa, dando uma de John Wick aí. Daí não, teve antes. Antônio Bandeiras lá na balada pistoleiro? Não, teve antes. Quem teve antes?
You have the ability to use the health reticle when an aim down sight to be able to kind of assess where they're at so you can target your shots. And with Lara's combat, love seeing the axe make a little appearance. Utility gear for the win. But when she's actually in combat, she's got a loop of assessing the situation, responding, and then moving to make sure she can then reassess. And that's Lara's always in motion. Her combat is fluid, it's organic, but at the same time, it helps her kind of overcome challenges and get the upper hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, she needs to keep moving all the time. It's like a dance for them.
PlayStation 2, Lara é Saturno.
You can see a little blue dot on the bottom, which enables you to go into the focus mode, which slows down time, which is one of my favorite features in our game.
For sure.
Yeah, when that fills up, she can go into hyper focus, slow down time, and really pull off those precision shots. But if you're gonna do that, like, give her some style when she does it.
Absolutely.
Let those acrobatics shine.
Poker foi depois.
There's our girl.
That's the girl, yeah.
Yay.
Quando que saiu
oh my gosh, what was it like reimagining such an iconic
acho que foi 96.
boss fight here as well as the other ones in Atlantis? How was that?
From our perspective, it was just an honor to work on a T-Rex, but like we've worked for such a long time to just make sure it's perfect from our perspective, and we were trying to be respectful to the OG one.
96.
The moment when she's coming out,
saiu,
like,
tá?
the
Que
corner,
saiu. Já estavam mostrando o jogo bem antes disso.
This, but we wanted to have the
Era jogo que estava com bastante hype no desenvolvimento.
And then just working on a design, it was such a blast.
Filmes do John Woo. O John Woo gosta desse negócio de duas armas aí. Eu só não lembro de um que já tinha isso antes do 96. Sunset Riders. Boa.
Sunset Riders tinha. That feels like it matches that environment, and it just gives her this really recognizable signature look.
I just love that we added those red feathers because there's so many versions of the T-Rex, you know, in all the medias, and those red feathering on the top of this green and yellow eyes, for me, is like beautiful.
And like chocolate and peanut butter is just great getting these two back together again and seeing it like never presented before. So.
T-Rexes love Lara. I love that as well. With the T-Rex and again other iconic bosses, what are you guys hoping that resonates with players, or what are you hoping that the experience from them comes across?
Yeah, no, we can take it or leave it. No, I'm kidding. We absolutely want people to be engaged. We want them to be pulled in. We want them to
have fun.
Yeah, we want them to feel like they're being put onto a cinematic thrill ride when we are ready to do that. But we also want them to feel like when we're not in that moment, they get to ramp down, explore, enjoy what we put out there for them to
yeah,
explore.
But it's also so much fun to, you know, recreate, like reimagine these things with the technology that we have now. And we can build a lore on the top of it with so much more narration. It's just so much fun to work on it. And hopefully people will feel it when they play it.
Yeah, I cannot wait to play it as well. Guys, I'm really honored about speaking to you, seeing all of that footage. So thank you so much for joining us. Can we go check out the booth here at Gamescom as well? I want to see that big T-Rex. Okay, let's do it. Guys, thank you so much again. Check out Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis when it launches on Xbox Series X and S on February 12th, 2027, 2 days before Lara's birthday, isn't it? And it's Xbox Play Anywhere. Buy it once and play it across Xbox console and Windows PC. Pre-order now Plus, if you pre-order the deluxe or collector's edition like me, get
A
ready
idade
to play
média
a
do chat,
full
certeza que é
48
30, mas pô, o
hours
pessoal
early,
tava
starting February 10th.
achando
Now,
que
guys, there is
Matrix
still
veio antes de
a
Lara
whole lot
Croft.
more coming up here on the
Tem dúvida
Xbox
aqui,
at
hein?
Gamescom broadcast, including Mega Man Dual Override, Forza Horizon 6, and I get to chat with Fable's game director Ralph Fulton and walk through the full demo that they're featuring right here in the Fable Theatre on the show floor. Heroes, wit, Power Stone, combat, and more. I'm simply chuffed. Now then, if ridding an alien planet of its most menacing habitats with a rig full of futuristic weaponry and S-tier teamwork is your idea of a good time, have I got a game for you? Check this out.
In Exterminauts, every contract begins on a frontier that's equal parts breathtaking and barely holding together. You'll gear up aboard the rig, meet your crew, and choose the tools that fit your playstyle. Then it's time to drop in and get to work. The ecosystem is alive. Creatures hunt, feed, adapt, and push back against your every move. The tools you use do more than deal damage. They're built to create opportunities, reward teamwork, and let your crew shape the battlefield. It's controlled chaos. And when things get heated, cool them down.
Coisa do outro.
Clearing pests is only part of the job. Success comes from working together. While one Exterminaut gets the facility back online, the rest of the crew holds the line and keeps the site secure.
O pessoal tá falando que essa narração aí é IA. Ontem na Gamescom teve o trailer do Humankind 2, que era aquele que tipo, ia aparecendo um monte de nações e povos, como se estivesse puxando um neném da mãe, né, do meio da mãe, dando luz, né, pegando da luz o neném. Vocês entenderam, né? Aí ia passando de várias lá e eu falei que era IA, o chat inteiro falou que era IA, o chat inteiro da Gamescom falou que era IA, aí foi a desenvolvedora e falou, não é IA. A gente contratou atores, direção, fizemos efeito prático, não sei o que. Aí depois vão colocar um making off lá. Vê se pode, velho. Agora assim, a gente vê o troço, acha que é IA e que as empresas têm que provar que não é IA. Tem que provar.
Because in Exterminauts, the best jobs are the ones you survive together.
Tá difícil, viu? Tá bem difícil.
Magic and
Opa,
Melee
olha lá
takes
quem tá
center stage in
aí!
Warlock, a brand new third-person open-world adventure set in the D&D universe. And bringing this character to life is none other than Maggie.
Warlock.
Maggie Robertson, how you doing? AKA
Hello.
Tasha.
Yes, hello.
O pessoal
That's
fala,
me.
deixa eu até
That's you.
mudar minha câmera um
That's
pouquinho mais
me.
pra baixo aqui.
What would you
O
say
pessoal falou,
is
pior que eu já tinha reparado nisso,
the real essence of playing
que ela
something
é
like
meio
Tasha?
parecida com o
Tasha's
Merlin mesmo.
fun.
Você
She's very
botasse uma
fun. She's
maquiagem
kind of like
toda
our
preta e
weird,
branca.
dark fairy godmother in the
Okay.
game. She will make all of your darkest
Merlin
dreams come
mesmo
true, but
todinho.
there will be a cost.
Esse
Well,
é o
is there more
Forspoken,
to her
o
than meets the
Forspoken
eye?
2.
Because you said a fairy godmother type. Now, many people could interpret that in different ways. So
Indeed.
tell me a
Yeah.
bit more deeper about Tasha.
She is charming and charismatic.
Mm-hmm.
And so she has kind of this magnetism that draws you in, but there is an undercurrent of danger with her because she's incredibly cunning and she's always working towards her own ends, not yours. And you don't always know what her true goals are in the game. So you do always have to stay on your toes with her.
So I know with classes like warlocks in D&D, typically there's often a pretty tragic way in which they come to know their patrons. So can you shed a little light on how Katya is going to meet Tasha?
Indeed, I can. Katri is searching for someone, and that search brings her to Tasha in order to get what she wants.
Now, you've obviously played many characters before in various fantasy settings, but was there anything in particular that was a bit more challenging about playing someone like Tasha?
I think the challenge of Tasha is that she is so cunning, and she is always planning 10 steps ahead of everybody else in the room.
Of course.
So she's always moving and shaking, and so having to hold all of that within you in any scene that you're in, and always know that there's something else that she is negotiating. Even if you think you're negotiating this, you're actually negotiating about this.
Obviously, being a huge fan of D&D as well, right? So, and you've played Orin the Red, incredibly vicious, devious, pretty nasty character. So are there any parallels in that kind of excitement you had when you got to play Orin, and now you get to sort of re-enter the universe now in Warlock?
Tons of excitement to re-enter the universe. D&D is so fun because you can be anything you want to be, do anything you want to do. So I genuinely love D&D. I love to play with my friends, and it is a nice home space for me. So then being able to be a part of games that also are in those worlds is incredibly fun. How many times can I say fun in one interview? Fun.
Mega Man, Forza Fable.
What can you say?
I don't know if I said that before, but it is in fact quite fun. What was your question?
Star Wars?
Because I blacked out and all I wanted
was the excitement of playing a character like Orin, being such a D&D fan. Was that mirrored in them having the opportunity to re-enter D&D again as now?
Oh, absolutely. But also, like, Tasha's an iconic D&D character, and that comes with a decent amount of stress and scariness and, oh God, what have I done? Can I pull this off? I think every time I get booked on something, I have a minute of panic of like, oh God, and now I have to do it.
I mean, people are committing their entire lives to a patron, so yeah, that's a lot of weight on your shoulder.
Yeah, the least I could do is try.
Yeah. Well, Maggie, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for just voicing so many incredible characters. But next up, we're actually heading over to the world of Mega Man and Twinkle Girl, which is just an incredible sentence to say out loud. So why don't we check in with Benny and see what's up with that?
Mega Man, vem aí, olê, olá, tá vindo aí, depois de muita espera, Mega Man. Vamos ver o que eu sei pra falar do Override. Opa! Temos japonês ali pra falar sobre o jogo. Tá animado? Red Capivara, obrigado pelo superchat. Capcom de agora em diante só vai lançar games novos do Mega Man de 10 em 10 anos. Maldade. Opa, ele vai mostrar aí o gameplay da Twinkle Girl. O pessoal gostou bastante dela. Já tem fan art, já tem pessoal fazendo pixel art dela, já tem regra 34, já tem de tudo.
From the Gamescom build that we have here, so we only have one stage available. When the full game comes out, you'll be able to choose from 8 different stages.
Oh, amazing. Thank you so much, Doug.
8
So we've got Twinkle Girl as well, which I know is one of the new robot masters.
Twinkle Girl は新ボスっていう認識で正しいです。そうです。Yes, she is a new boss for this game.
Interessante que eles fizeram uma chefe toda bonitinha, a gente vai matar ela, né?
So, can you tell us a little bit about the 3 stages?
Toda bonitinha, engraçadinha, a Aida, a gente vai lá meter tiros e explodir ela.
今回は3ステージ構成になってて、ステージが進むごとにだんだん難しくなっていきます。で、最後にボスが待ち受けています。
Alright, so every stage in the game will have 3 separate areas, and as you progress through each of them, they'll become more and more difficult. The robot master for each of those stages will be waiting for you in the 3rd area.
Okay, amazing. Should we hop in and see what we have
Os estágios dessa vez vão ser divididos em 3 etapas, né? Por que isso?
Amazing. So we've got 3 chips here.
Daí o último estágio é só o chefe. E a dificuldade é progressiva.
チップをセットすることでロックマンを強化することができるんですけども、今回は3種類のチップセットを用意しました。
Okay, Mega Man is able to equip a variety of chips throughout the game that'll add a variety of abilities to him. For the Gamescom show floor demo, we have 3 chips available to players.
Okay, amazing. And what's the first one that we're going to use?
で、今日最初に使うのはどちらでしょうか？
一番上の 防御スタイルの、チップセットを選びます。
Alright, so first we're going to be using one that's a little bit more of a defensive chip.
Okay, nice. Let's see it in action.
はい、じゃあ。
Let's start.
Essa demo parece que tá lá na Gamescom pro pessoal jogar. Aqui eles liberaram para alguns sites, para alguns canais que tem site de revista, tipo IGN, Games, Videogame Chronicle, GameSpot e tudo mais. Eu ia reagir lá a um vídeo deles, mas como eles vão fazer o gameplay aí, daí fica esse. O gameplay explicado pelos devs, melhor ainda, né?
Alright, so with the shield itself, you can actually turn it off at any point in time too.
So I'm guessing that's going to create a skill curve for players.
まあ多分プレイヤーにとってはそのシールドの使い方はやっぱり戦略が必要ですよね。
はい、そうです。
Vai, fala que o cara é noob também. Fala que o cara é noob aí também. Que ele levou tiro porque tá caindo. Vai, fala que o cara é noob.
When damaging the enemies, we're
Vai lá.
seeing a lot of that, like graphical effects to those, aren't we?
やっぱり敵にはダメージを与えるときにはその傷がついたりマークがつきますよね。
はい。だんだん黒くなっていくというか、ちょっと焦げが発生して、はい、ダメージ表現が分かりやすくなっています。
Yeah, so with each enemy, as you damage them more and more, you'll start to see them kind of develop damage and scars and that sort of thing. And as they become darker, it's clear that they're getting closer to being killed.
Okay, amazing. So as we progress through the level as well, we're noticing a lot
O chat reparou, não tinha percebido. Gente, olha a barra de vida do jogo.
The previous games.
O que aconteceu?
Tell us a little bit about that and how you balance it in this game.
はい、ステージが進行につれて、馴染みの敵と新規の敵が登場するんだけれども、そのバランスを取るにはどのようにやって取り組んでいます？
そうですね、やっぱ懐かしい敵っていうのは、出すとやっぱファンの人はすごく喜んでくれますし、結構なんていうんですかね、配置の位置でかなり攻略が難しくなるような。
Esse escudo aí, pra quem não percebeu, é um dos chips que ele colocou no começo da fase, tá? Aí são habilidades que ele coloca no Mega Man que pode escolher, né? Pode usar, só que tem 1, 2 slots, coisa assim, só pra isso. Então, você trocar o poder, você perde esse escudo aí. Não é exatamente um poder do Mega Man, entendeu? Cara, eu odiei essas barras. Teve algum Mega Man já que as barras eram assim na horizontal? Eu vou dar hate no jogo só por causa da barra.
すでに今の時点でオーバーライドゲージは溜まってます。
Alright, so at present, the override gauge is still building up.
敵を倒したり、ダメージを受けたり、いろいろな能動的な行動でゲージが溜まっていきます。
And the override gauge will build up in a variety of ways, taking damage, damaging enemies, and whatnot.
How many times can you? Oh, here we go.
では、オーバーライドをして強化した状態でかっこよく敵を倒したいと思い
É
ます。
Henshin, eu achava que ele ia ativar esse modo e ia dar tipo o poderzão e acabou, né? Mas é um Henshin.
Destroyed. Amazing, and that's our first level stage complete.
Olha, meio peculiar esse esquema que eles fizeram, viu? Dividir a fase em 3 e pá, tá meio peculiar isso daí.
So the override gauge has 3 phases to it, and as you hit each of those kind of levels, you'll be able to build it up for stronger attacks as you go. So once you get that 3rd tier, it's pretty powerful.
As we just said, they just destroyed them. So we're going to try the second chip now, aren't we?
はい、じゃあ2つ目のチップ使いますよね。
はい。
Yes.
今回
Teve jogo de fighting game dele com essa barra aí. Aí também não, né?
Alright, this time around we're going to be doing more of an offensive chip. It's called the weapon chip.
Tá, agora ele pegou outro chip.
What is the difference between the weapon
Que é
chip
o
and the shield
ofensivo.
chip that we saw in the first area?
で、ウェポンチップとシールドチップの違いは何でしょうか？
まずこれオートガード
Que
で
a
す。
gente viu no trailer que ele jogava um monte de bolinha
So one
azul.
big difference that
Vamos ver
players will
como é que
notice is
funciona
that once
isso.
you have the weapon chip equipped, you'll be able to charge automatically rather than holding down the attack button.
通常はこうボタンを押さないとチャージできないんですけども、自動的にチャージされるので、ロックマンのアクションに集中しやすくなります。
Yeah, so when you're playing normally, you have to hold that attack button down to be able to charge your Mega Buster, but now that it's done automatically for you, you're able to focus a little bit more on Mega Man's movements and attacks.
Okay, amazing. And like, what might be the, as you just said there, what would be a reason for a player to choose this chip over the defensive chip.
はい。で、シールドチップよりも、ウェポンチップを選択する理由は何かございます？
やっぱり火力でどんどん敵を倒していきたいっていう人に向いていると思います。
Yeah, there are some players who like to take down enemies pretty quickly, so the weapon chip is really good for those who are more of an offensive type player.
Okay, brilliant.
じゃあ次は特殊武器をお見せしたいと思います。
Also, we're going to do a quick introduction to a special weapon that is available to players in the game.
Oh.
Perdi a explicação ali. Aquilo que ele virou ali, que ele tava dando um avanço pra frente, era o quê?
So with that special weapon, you can actually cause enemies to go flying off of their platforms and whatnot too.
Will players have a lot of other weapons to be able to have access to them?
で、その水上のロックバスターに加えて、特別な武器いくつかあります。
Queimou ali, usou muito chip e tá queimando, tá pegando fogo.
そうですね。はい、たくさんあります。
Yeah, there will be quite a few other weapons available to players outside of the standard Mega Buster.
And how are players going to gain access to those weapons?
で、その特別の武器を取得するのに何が必要ですかね？
最後のボスを倒すことが必須条件となります。
はい。So as players defeat robot masters in every stage, they'll get a special skill from those robot masters.
I've also noticed
arma secundária mesmo, né?
These screws.
É da
What are they for and how are players going to use them?
Cortaram por quê? Também queria saber. Eles não mostraram o dando burnout lá do chip. Que isso daí eles tinham falado, eu não me lembro onde falaram. Que se você usa demais o chip, o Mega Man ele entra em burnout. Ele fica vermelho daquele jeito.
この先に強敵が待ち受けています。
はい。We're gonna go ahead.
Oh no, I was just going to say we've just come to this checkpoint, right? Like which allows players to kind of take breaks throughout the game. How have you balanced that? But I think we'll go to this because this is Astro Man, right? It's returning. I know so many people are excited about this. Can you tell us more?
Yeah, アストロマンが復活しますよね。それについて少しで
も
把握してます。
ロックマンのファンに喜んでもらおうと思って過去作からボスを
Será que os mini-chefs também ganharam um destaque bom aí, né?
復活しますので楽しみにしていてください。
Alright. So as a fan service to series of the Mega Man series, we've brought back a variety of robots, robot masters. Astro Man is one of them, but there will be others besides him. So get excited.
I love seeing some of these like kind of battles that you see.
このような戦略見るのは楽しいですね。
初めのボスと違って2番目のボスなのでちょっと歯ごたえのある難易度になっています。
それがすごく難しいです。これを避けるのが。
Whoa!
Yeah, so compared to the boss in the first area, Astro Man's the boss for the second area, so it'll be a little bit more difficult.
Vamos ver, é depois disso daí que... Que letra de burnout.
Yeah.
The shield chip would have come in handy there.
やっぱりシールドチップ使えばよかったかも。
まあそうですけども、僕はもう火力重視でいきます。
Alright, we're gonna do our best here.
Well, I believe.
使用される方に参考になるようなプレーを目指したいと思います。
Alright, I want to do my best to show players the best gameplay I can.
Por que eu acho que a Capcom não continua o Mega Man X? Cara, eu postei vídeo ontem do trailer, um monte de comentário falando, não queria isso, queria o X, né?
It's one of the things that it's hard to talk and play these boss fights at the same time as well.
Mas a gente tem o Mega Manzinho, ele é mais popular no Japão. É muito popular no Japão e o X não é tanto assim, sabe? Ele é, né? A galera gosta, mas digamos assim, o personagem que bate na nostalgia do japonês e tal é o X. Se bobear, é o normal, né? Se bobear nos Estados Unidos também. Eu não tenho certeza, mas acho que nos Estados Unidos também. Aí eles dão mais prioridade pra esse, pra receber os jogos. Acredito que seja essa a explicação. Oba, olha eu jogando. Levou bronca do produtor.
Alright, so for the sake of the fans, let's move on to the third area and show that a little bit too.
Okay, yeah, let's do it. Let's go, because the third area is where we're going to see the new robot master, Twinkle Girl.
Arregou! Arregou!
じゃあ最後のステージになります。はい。
Yeah, this will be the last area of the Twinkle Girl stage.
じゃあこのステージのボスを紹介します。
Muito pra frente técnico esse Mega Man aí.
でチップは一番下のチップを使うんですけども、これは何も
Será que não vai ter nível jornalista aí no jogo?
And for this area, we're going to be using the third ship in this option here, which is to call in Rush, but it won't add any sort of power-ups to Mega Man's abilities.
Tá bom, terceiro chip que eles vão experimentar aí. Detalhe que no trailer parecia o braço do Mega Man, né? E os chips entrando no braço. Eu acho que eram uns 4 ou 5 chips, parecia que era um monte, mas aí tá mostrando eles pegando um de cada vez.
One thing to ask as well, why was it important to evolve the Robot Master stage design for the latest entry in the series?
Mudou a cara da fase de novo, mantém a mesma temática, né, de fogos de artifício, só que aí já tá de noite. A primeira era de dia, a segunda era interior, né, indoor, e a terceira é de noite. Então vão ser 8 fases, quer dizer, 8 Robot Masters, cada um com 3 mini fases.
So again, each area becomes more and more difficult, and so by clearing each one, there's a sense of accomplishment being able to complete it.
And how do you balance the challenge that players are going to face and then having those conveniences like checkpoints?
で、その難易度がね、あまり難しくならないようにどうやってバランス取ろうとしてるんですか？
お願いします。今集中してるんですよ、もう。ここめっちゃむずいんで。
敵の単純に強さを上下させるだけじゃなくて、
Vai ter o Protoman, confirmaram já, o Protoman é jogável. Só não explicaram como que vai ser, né? Se vai ter campanha do Mega Man, do Protoman e tal, mas o Mega Man o Protoman vai ser jogável. Release da Capcom já confirmou.
But again, it really gives players an ability to practice and kind of level up as they're playing through.
I love seeing how much more difficult this stage is as well compared to the other two.
Ned Capivara, obrigado pelo superchat. Pessoalmente, acho meio triste o menino Mega se tornando cada vez mais arma do que menino robô. Daria uma boa lore fazer um drama parecido. E agora abriram ele todo aí, né? É isso. E aí vem a Twinkle Girl. Como eu falei aí, já a galera já amou ela. O povo já abraçou a personagem, curtiu pra caramba.
So yeah, Mega Man again will have access to a variety of special weapons. Using those special weapons against Robot Masters will actually have some pretty extra.
Detalhe que ele tá repetindo a fase, tá?
This fight looks so hard against Twinkle Girl.
やっぱり Twinkle Girl 戦は難しく見えるんですけど。
めちゃくちゃ難しいんで、僕はもう喋れませんね。
It is pretty tough. So Ikuta-san's gonna stop talking because it is pretty tough.
難しいですけど攻撃パターンを見極めれば。
Opa! Jet Stinger. Ah, tá. Nessa demo aí, então, ele já tem a Jet Stinger pra usar durante a luta.
I feel like that is perfectly fair because we don't want, right, to give those secrets away. We want people to have that challenge.
やっぱり発売前にメタバレ出したくないんですよね。
ああ、そうですね。ぜひ使用できる方だけの限定的なプレイだと思うんで。
Yeah, of course. Again, just think of this as a preview of what's to come.
Now we've seen some great features. We've seen the new override abilities, the new chipsets. What else should fans be excited to see?
今日いろんな新要素を紹介してもらってますけれども、それに加えて一応注目したいこと何かあります？
そうですね。8体のボスまだお見せしてませんけども、非常に魅力的なキャラクターをたくさん用意しているのと、そのうちの1体はユーザーから募集をして選抜されたすごくデザインがかっこいいボスが登場しますので、それを楽しみにしてほしいです。
Alright, so within the game itself there are 8 robot masters across the 8
personagem bonitinha pra vocês se divertirem muito.
We've only revealed one so far, but one of those robot masters is actually going to be designed by a fan. We held a design contest, and so that winning entry will be part of the game as a final boss.
That is amazing.
Ned Capivara, obrigado pelo superchat mais uma vez. Não quebra a Twinkle Girl. Ela só queria fazer as pessoas felizes.
そうファンが作ったデザインをゲームに入れてやっぱり興奮感がやっぱり強くなりますよね。
オープン感ですか？
興奮感。
興奮。
はい。
Nossa, os caras estão numa alegria ali, velho.
人はすごく興奮すると思います。
Yeah, especially the person who created that winning design, they're going to be super duper excited to see it in the game.
もしかするとね、スタッフロールに名前が載るかもしれませんもんね。
そうですね。 スタッフロールには名前が出ますからボスも特徴的なステージに出ますので楽しみに発表を待っていただければと思っています。
So it's not just that Robot Master design, but the whole stage for that Robot Master will also be themed around that design itself. So it's going to be a really kind of special experience. The staff's really excited to reveal it as well.
No, I'm excited to see it as well. It's a bit like how we've seen the Twinkle Girl stage today and how that's all designed. But I'd just like to say a massive thank you for both of you, all three of you, for coming and showing us some gameplay here on the
então,
Xbox booth
tocou
at Gamescom.
a demonstração do Mega Man, do Override, né?
Thank you so much.
Cara,
But
eu achei
coming up,
isso aqui
straight from the
bem
Xbox booth,
pra frentex o negócio, eles fizeram um trem muito ousado. Deixa eu puxar um outro gameplay aqui, só pra comentar rapidamente umas coisas que eu observei, né? Peguei o do videogame crônico aqui. Então, primeiro, né, as barras deitadas aqui chega a ser uma afronta. Chega a ser uma afronta isso daqui. Tem uma pontuação, né? A gente vai matando os bichos aqui, vai ganhando pontos, certo? Isso daí tem em outros jogos do Mega Man também, pontos, mas no final de cada área ele vai mostrar tipo um ranking. Não mostrou. Lá na outra mostrou. É tipo um ranking, né? Uma tabelinha lá mostrando os pontos e tudo mais, certo? Mas o que eu reparei, putz, eu acho que eles não mostraram aqui, eu vou ter que mostrar lá da Gamescom mesmo. Aqui, um pouquinho antes. A última.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Aqui, escolhe o Robot Master, né? Vão ser 8. Daí cada Robot Master vai ter 3 telas, que vai ficando mais difícil conforme for progredindo. Aqui a gente vê os coletáveis, que são parafusos, né? E que estão faltando, daí a gente já sabe em qual que tem que entrar para pegar o que tá faltando. É um negócio legal, mas eles dividiram as fases do Mega Man em 3. Isso daí também dá uma quebrada braba no ritmo do jogo, né? Que a gente, dependendo do jogo, as fases eram um pouco mais curtas, né? Os primeiros lá eram um pouquinho mais curtas, mas depois foi avançando, os jogos foram ficando mais longos, as fases lá, e a gente tinha que se virar para passar por todos os estágios. E tinha fases que tinham esses estágios assim também, né? Que você via bem, estamos passando lá pela superfície, daí tem que entrar numa caverna, se ferrar lá dentro da caverna, daí depois a gente sai da caverna, anda mais um tanto e chega o chefe. Isso daí já tinha lá nos clássicos, só que aqui eles separaram em setores. Eu achei isso aqui muito estranho. Outra coisa, né, que não dá pra deixar de notar, principalmente a primeira tela aqui, tá num colorido que chega até a doer na vista. Né, tá certo que né, tem a temática da Twinkle Girl aí, que é uma idol, né? Cadê aqui? Então tem a ver aí com a personalidade dela. Olha só. Pode ter a ver com a personalidade dela, legal, só que mesmo os bichos que apareceram aqui eu achei bem coloridos, né? Eu estranho um pouquinho aí essa paleta, mas deve ser coisa só dessa fase mesmo, tá bom? Mas o que a Twinkle Girl em si, né, que é uma personagem toda bonitinha, toda kawaii também, fugiu bastante do design que a gente conhece dos Robot Masters do Mega Man. Ou seja, né, no geral, é um Mega Man muito diferente do que a gente tá acostumado a ver. Muito diferente. Muito mesmo. Eu vi bastante gente reclamando, né, como eu falei, eu queria um Mega Man X. Não tem, vai ter o Mega Man Override. E eu acho que é importante a gente citar, né, que é o Mega Man Dual Override, que todo Mega Man que saiu do Mega Manzinho, ele tinha uma numeração na sequência, exceto os que vinham alguma coisa muito diferente, como o Mega Man Forte, né? Esse não tinha numeração. Então, esse não vinha com numeração e tá com esse subtítulo, né? Pra mim, é praticamente como se fosse uma outra série de Mega Man. Então, isso aqui pra mim não é nem a série clássica do Mega Manzinho, né? Isso aqui é outro Mega Man, como tem o X, como tem o ZX, como tem o Battle Network e tudo mais. Esse aqui é o Dual Override. Não dá pra... Eu imagino que a gente não, vai ficar difícil de encaixar ele como um jogo de Mega Manzinho mesmo, certo? Pelo menos foi a minha impressão. O que vocês acharam aí? Eu achei isso. Tá muito diferente, gente. Muito diferente. Será que não é por causa dos blues que tem esse nome? Hã? Mega Man do universo alternativo... Tem mais um totozinho aqui.
Finding all the Easter eggs and the fun details that we've put into the designs. It's been years in the making, so it feels fantastic.
It feels really good. I mean, this is the first time for Xbox at Gamescom to actually have a partnership like this with IKEA right here in the booth. And like Philip said, if you look close enough, you'll see some Easter eggs. You'll find them here and there, and they're
Easter egg é onde? No GTA?
Well, I'm going to go scour them just now as well. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your Gamescom and this lovely little setup we've got here. Shall we play some games?
I think we should do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's do it. You guys, though, buckle up. It's over to Charlie and Henry with the latest from Forza Horizon 6.
Let's kick things into
Pior que eu vi gente querendo ver o Tomb Raider, gente querendo ver o Fable, mas não vi ninguém querendo ver o Forza Horizon. É o que eles vão mostrar aí? É DLC?
Game designer David.
Hi guys, doing very well. How are you both?
This is so fun. This is so fun. Looking at all these incredible games at the Xbox booth, absolutely loving it.
It's not bad, is it? Talking of not bad games, though, Forza Horizon 6
Foram
absolutely
gêmeos?
crushed
Dois aí?
it when it came out recently.
Mãos
How's
gêmeas
the
de careca?
reaction been? How are you guys feeling?
We're feeling great. Yeah, it's been awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, launch has been incredible. Game's gone down really well. We've been releasing a bunch of new content, right? We've had new race events, new cars, and now we're introducing a new feature.
Yeah, nice. I mean, Charlie and I have been in constant competition to see who can fully complete all the achievements.
Where are you at, by the way?
I have 2 left.
I've got 1 left, baby!
There we go.
Mega Man 1 foi meio fraco. Eu achei ele bem legal, só que eu só joguei ele uma vez. Só joguei Mega Man, joguei uma vez, acabou aí.
So we've been
Nunca mais voltei nele.
Launch of Forza Horizon 6. We've welcomed millions of players to Horizon Japan. We've added new cars, new rewards, new events. And today we're really excited to give you a first look at a brand new game mode, which is Drift Attack. So this will be free to all players. And I'm accompanied by Will. He'll be driving.
Our beautiful assistant today.
There is no way that I can drift and drive at the same time and talk. So it's worth saying this is all live, so no pressure, Will.
No pressure at all. So we're going to be really nice and polite to you, whatever happens.
É esse daí, Fable.
So here we are. We at the
Warhammer, eles não mostraram ainda, né?
Yep. We've kind of upgraded it a bit, put some aftermarket cars in there. You can see people driving.
Chuto que vai ser esse Warhammer Fable.
Wow,
Tem
okay.
Terrible Lizards também.
Shout out to Forza Gamescom 1.
You made the stream.
You made the stream. There you go, the dev kit. So to start a drift attack, all we need to do is drive through the gantry and away we go. It's all about setting the highest drift score on 1 lap and then trying your hardest to beat it every single time.
Nice. Okay, so we're going to get our first taste of it right here.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah, I see the score going up. I see the score going up.
And then, okay, first thing we noticed as well is those blue boxes on the floor aren't normally there. What are those?
Pra quem assina Game Pass, ele tá no Game Pass.
Okay. So right now, Will is getting a drift
Só
score.
baixar e jogar.
And if you're drifting within the sort of blue lanes there, it will actually increase your score.
Oh, yes, I can see the multiplier at the bottom. Nice.
Yes, you get a ×2 multiplier. The way that works is kind of for 2 reasons. One of them is it's to kind of reward those players who are really good at the game. But also they've been strategically placed for sort of the best drifting line. So it's there to sort of encourage where you should be kind of getting your angles.
Bit of
and how you should be
education,
approaching
bit of
it.
accessibility.
Yeah, bit of education. And obviously number go up is always good fun.
It is.
It's always good fun. So right now,
Como faz
Will
pra se
has
inscrever
locked
no
in the score.
beta? Você tem que entrar no link. Que eu não tenho ele agora. Você procura no trailer, né, do Crazy Taxi, vê na descrição, deve ter o link lá. Aí Se você não tem conta na SEGA, no site da SEGA, você tem que fazer a conta. Senão é só logar, aí você já tá registrado.
So we have actually expanded the campaign with Drift Attack as well. We'll show that in a bit with our collection channel. Absolutely. I'm excited. And a key thing about this is it's all in the shared world. So you're not loading out, you're not instancing out into another space. We wanted to make it as frictionless as possible. So all you need to do is drive through the gantry and away you go. And right now, Will is sort of taking the score against himself. If you wanted to, you could actually join a convoy of people and you'd be put on a leaderboard with them as well.
Beautiful.
And it's how we kind of wanted that competition to be more opt-in. So you can rock up and you can just drift for as long as you like.
A scotch better. I did see the leaderboards on the side as well.
Yes, the in-world leaderboards. Yeah, so this is all very similar to Time Attack, really. So the in-world leaderboards you see, we'll go drive to them now.
How are Gamescom doing?
How are Gamescom doing? Well, we're not, okay, so
Will.
I've got quite a way to go.
Oh, darling.
Whoever was 2 Forza Gamescom 6, whoever that was, they got the best score. So this is actually live, and these leaderboards, they reset each week as well.
Nice.
So this looks across the entire community as well. So you could be driving past a Drift Attack circuit and you see your friends on the leaderboard and they've swapped your score.
And you wanna,
it's like a great way. Yeah, exactly. And then away you go.
And as you said, it's a permanent mode, so you can constantly keep your eye on it, right? Come back to it, have another go.
Exactly. Yeah. So
beautiful.
With that, this is a game mode you can play today. And in the future, you don't get left behind. This is all ready for players from the moment it goes
Novidade do Forza Horizon é desafio de drift.
Yeah, let's do it. This is the collection journal that you mentioned, right, Ham?
Yeah,
beautiful.
One other thing I did see that was quite cool was similar to Time Attack, you've got kind of splits.
Yeah,
so you know which segments you're kind of improving.
What you need to work on.
Too.
Absolutely,
nice.
yeah. You kind of see if you're doing better.
Here we go. Go on, Will.
Yeah.
There we go.
Faz sentido que o japonês é doido por drift.
He's beginning to believe.
Can I just say, by the way, the collection journals, I've not had a chance to speak to you since. I love them. I'm hooked. I'm a tick box
Aplicar o
list
chip
kind
de
of gal.
dash nesse Mega Man ele vira praticamente o X, olha só.
Is so helpful. So you mentioned that Drift Attack has its own
Não,
element
não
within the
tem
journal,
como,
right?
cara. O Mega Manzinho ele sempre foi um pouco mais engraçadinho, mais kawaii e o X mais badass, mais fodão. Sempre foi. Mais carrancudo. Todo mundo carrancudo.
Beautiful.
With its own collection items. Similar to Time Attack, you'll get them for completing laps, but instead of PI classes, we've kind of focused on different car buckets that make sense for drift. So you've got drift cars, sports cars, retro super saloons.
I think that adds an element of like thinking about it. Because you can make an S1 or whatever and find someone else's tune and then go and do it, and then hey, well done, you're great. But actually applying to a specific car type, that's the challenge. I really like that.
That's the hope. Yeah, it encourages people to try different cars as well, they might not have tried.
Amazing.
But it comes with that as well. Obviously, we have brand new rewards for this category. So we've got a Drift Attack race helmet and suit, which is super cool. People want more of that sort of stuff. So then the coolest reward is a brand new Forza Edition, the Jaguar XJS Forza Edition. So this is our first post-launch new Forza Edition, similar to the ones we did for the game's launch. It's a complete kind of rework of the car.
Yeah.
You can see this is what we've been driving throughout this stream, so we can kind of see it in action.
Yeah, here it is.
It's not bad looking.
Yeah,
you've done all right there.
Yeah, well done. We'll confirm you've done all right with that. Can we get closer to it? Learn what's so special about it?
Let's have a look at it in Forza Vista.
Yeah, because one of my favorite things is just how wildly detailed the Forza Editions are. Like, I look at my Mazda and I'm like, oh, hell yeah. Engine block. Love that.
Yeah.
I look at the Terreno and like when you're looking at it in first person, there's the coffee cup. And it's the details unreal. So yeah, let's see what the details are on the Jaguar.
Yeah, absolutely. The vehicle art team and handling team are incredible at Playground, and they've kind of knocked it out of the park again with this car. So this was inspired by kind of grassroots drift scene. So they wanted to build something that felt like someone had built it themselves and kind of had that personality to it. So yeah, they've got these amazing decals like this, the unit cat who's on the windows of the car. We've got stuff like, you can see like they've taken out the side windows to reduce weight on the car, and they've taken off the door handles as well and put kind of little clips in there you can see. if we go to the rear of the car and take the back kind of boot off, we'll see the inside as well, where they've got these massive kind of air vents for the drift internals, so that to keep the car cool when it's hitting the limiter all the time. And even like the detail, you can see these kind of metal blocks at the edges, which is where the rear wing mounts onto. So it's kind of like that attention to detail again. There.
Yeah.
You can see like where it kind of cuts in.
Love it.
If we have a look at the interior as well.
By the way, if you guys need like a, I don't know, like a Charlie edition horn for the car, it being a Jaguar, it could be like a or something, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Should we try and get it in? Maybe.
Or something. Horn for the car, it being a Jaguar, it could be like a or something, right? It being a Jaguar, it could be like a or something, right?
Yeah.
Being a Jaguar, it could be like a or something, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Should we try and get it in?
Stunt
Maybe.
silence is a great reaction to.
We'll need everyone to be quiet for a sec while we record it, but sure.
We might be able to sample that and get it in.
Yeah, all right, well, let's get some big wigs on that, yeah?
See what we can do. See what we can do. One of my favourite things about this is that the vehicle art team, they sort of set themselves a challenge to make this pass an MOT and be road legal. So they've done all the things to make this incredible drift machine, but at the same time, you could just nip to the shop and get some milk with this car.
I'm sure I'll see this on the forecourt of a dealership somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere. Exactly that.
Now, obviously, this is
Ela
a
só se
really cool
empolgou,
car.
tadinha.
Yeah.
When am I going to be able to
Passou
unlock
link ali
this?
atrás.
Yes, so yeah, Drift Attack will be launching on the 7th of September.
Aí vai
so
Nintendo e processa a Microsoft por estar mostrando link no canal dele.
Permanently added. It will always live in the collection journal, so whenever you join the game, you'll be able to play Drift Attack and unlock the Forza Edition Jaguar.
Cool, so not a seasonal unlock, it's there no matter what time you
forever.
Car's there forever, mode's there forever.
Absolutely.
Do you mind if either me or Henry have a go right now?
Absolutely,
Is that all right? Do you want to rock, paper, scissors for it?
Okay.
Yeah? Okay,
You're
you ready?
going down.
Yeah? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Alright, Charlie.
Your turn then.
Hang on. Alright, here's something you can play with.
Oh, yeah, I'll tell you what then.
Have fun with
What's
that.
this? This is the Lego tech. Oh, yeah, I'll tell you what
this.
then.
Hang on. Alright, here's something you can play with.
Oh, yeah, I'll tell you what
this.
then.
Have fun with
What's
that.
this? This is the Lego
Essa daí
technique.
tá boa da sonoplastia.
I'll pass over to you. Ready?
Let's
Oh, this is going to go badly.
I would love it.
Yeah, it's
Can you
got a bit
imagine
of
this a break
drift on
live
it,
on stream?
Here, you have that one.
There we go. This is ours. That's yours.
Essa daí se empolgou toda quando viu os carrinhos.
488 Pista and the Dodge Viper. Right now, if you go to your message center, you can get a version of these cars with a sort of replica livery.
Ah, é,
that look
esses
very
são os
similar to
carros
these
que
cars you
a
see here. They look very cool.
Mattel tá fazendo, né? Nem pra ser Lego, velho.
take these home.
Hum.
No
Lego
one
da
ever
Shopee
said
aí.
that. Like, we've got these props, and I'm kind of like, well, whose are they? They look awesome, and they look awesome in game as well. So that's a fantastic partnership we got with
I
Lego
look
Technic.
forward to hunting them down. Henry, I'm going to play with a toy car if you want to play with the digital one. Right?
We have another partnership as well, right? Coming
You
up
got another one?
that we've kind of announced today at Gamescom. So we're also going to be partnering with 7-Eleven, which is super exciting for us. We've got
Não é Lego, é similar.
Super out the front.
Sabor Lego.
It's going to be coming in October. There's going to be an evolving world as part of that, and yeah, we look forward to kind of talking about that more near the time, but something for players to look forward to there as well.
Hell
You guys have been cooking. Honestly.
Well, what we're looking forward to now is seeing drifting skills.
Your turn, Henry. We've seen the leaderboard set by Will.
Do you mind if I change the settings?
No.
That's the sound of a pro.
Yeah,
that's the sound of a pro right there.
No.
Do you mind if I switch
it
on
live.
manual with
I think we need an equal comparison.
You know what? You're right.
It's
This thing's
there you
got
go.
some.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fierce. It's
right.
fierce.
What can we do to put off Henry? Like,
Absolutely
I can keep making the noises again. Yeah.
Yeah, that is really
I'll cut
not
the
helpful.
show if I keep doing that, actually.
Ai,
All
ai.
right, Henry. I mean, I think you're focusing a bit too hard on saying in the clippings, though.
Yeah.
Marido dela deve se divertir bastante.
Something else to mention about the car that's super cool as well. So obviously we built it as a drift car to match the feature, but players will be able to upgrade it and tune it themselves. So if you want to turn it into a more track-focused car, put some slick tires on it, you'll be absolutely be able to do that as well.
I've taken out way too
Forza
tight.
Aero on. So yeah.
Oh no.
Henry.
Oh no.
It's not
have we
good.
left damage on? No, we're good. We're good.
You're good.
Yeah.
It's really
Did you like
back
how I
across
changed the
the
camera while I was driving?
Yeah, really cinematic, Henry.
Yeah,
Are you
you.
trying to distract us from the gameplay?
No.
No?
Hey, what's over there?
Ó, não é por mal não, sabe? Mas mostrar a disputa
I know
de
you've still
drift
got-
de
you've
quem
got, I
não
think, three
sabe,
zones to
não
go,
faz
so you
nem
get a lot of
ideia do
points,
que é drift.
with
Não é a
the-
coisa
with
mais
the
legal do
multiplier,
mundo.
right? It adds up pretty quick.
Yeah, exactly.
I-
It's
I'm
right
getting
there.
pretty
Go
close.
on,
Go on,
Henry.
I
I
think you
do
can do
need
it.
to be in there.
Go on, you can do it.
I'm going to be cheeky here.
Henry,
He's done it. He's done it.
stop milking it.
You're trying to min-max it. You're trying to
We'll go
min-max it.
backwards. We'll go backwards over
You're
it.
gonna fail it.
Uh-oh,
You're gonna fail it.
You're gonna
Henry,
be
you're
like, every
fail
time
it.
out.
And on that
Nice try,
bombshell,
nice try.
Não
thank
foi
you
muito
so much for
abonadora
joining us, guys.
essa
A truly
apresentação. Não.
exceptional update to a truly exceptional game. So thank you so much
Isso
for
era pra
joining
ser
us.
drift,
Right,
é?
well, Fable fans, listen up because we're bringing the
Foi
Fable
que conseguiram.
experience to you here at Gamescom at home with an in-depth look at this reimagining of the franchise.
Yeah, but first, it's time to visit the brooding and futuristic world of Warhammer 40k Dark Heresy and the voices bringing the characters to life. Check this out.
I'm used to killing Xenos, not talking to them.
He usually tells me I'm smart. Not that I'm interesting.
Numerous signs of bruising, superficial damage to the surface layers of the skin, apparent loss of integrity in some of the smaller bones.
The heresy of pride, which spurs one to believe in one's own exceptionality, and the heresy of consorting with the enemies of humanity.
You expect me to object, Otvaka? I am no longer part of the Tick Vein.
You have guessed my race, but I am no foe to you or your tribe.
Recommendation. Additional protection for the Acolyte upon approach.
Hey everyone, this is Josh from Octopus Panic, and I'm here to give you a closer look at our game. Hey everyone, this is Josh. Hey everyone, this is Josh from Octopus Panic, and I'm here to give you a closer look at our game.
Pareceu monte de trailer aí de game, assim, de trailer gravado, gameplay gravado. Se ao vivo até entendo, mas o trecho que tá dando popinho, velho. E os caras colocam no trailer. É pra mostrar assim, ó, é uma porcaria.
Starts aboard the mining ship, where the crew gathers before heading out. From here, we'll pick a job and
Será
launch
que
the mission.
normalizou? Os caras não estão nem
Once
vendo
we're
isso.
planetside, everything starts from the collector. This is our dropship, and it's the center of our operation. To begin, we'll lay out some pipeline, which is the power network that allows us to expand across the planet. With the pipeline in place, the first thing we want to build is the fabricator. This is a factory in a box that allows us to produce build kits for our turrets and other infrastructure. Every Gravhound is equipped with a Grav Beam. This can be used to collect resources, build defensive infrastructure, and even manage the local wildlife. Some resources are extremely volatile, which can come in handy if used correctly. Collecting resources earns us build credits, which can be spent to expand our operation.
Go here.
Okay, with defenses in place, we can move on to our main job. An excavator has been dropped from orbit near a buried artifact. It needs power to work, so we'll push the pipeline across the planet, set up some defenses around the site, and then connect it. Once we bring this thing online, it's going to attract a lot of attention. Here they come. Each Gravhound has a booster rig that lets them move quickly and fluidly around the environment. As the pressure rises, so does our power. Our turrets earn experience in combat, and they can be promoted to more powerful, specialized variants. Throughout each session, we earn reward pods, which contain randomized rewards that increase our combat effectiveness. And if somebody misses a beat, they get a second chance, assuming their friends cooperate. Okay, once we survive the wave, the excavator finally reaches the artifact. Now we just have to get it home.
You're not lifting it solo.
It's too heavy for one grab hound, so the crew has to work together to get it back, while everything in the world is still trying to kill us. Once we secured the artifact, we can prep the ship for launch.
That's underway. It shouldn't take too long. This won't go unnoticed.
And this is it. This is when everything that we've built, everything that we've upgraded throughout the session, all of that really matters. Because now we need to hold out for one final wave until the collector is ready to launch.
Your turret's under fire.
That's not good.
Once the collector's ready, everyone races to get aboard, and we take off and head back to the mining ship. Once we're back, we'll regroup, spend some time upgrading our stuff, and then choose our next destination. Each session, you'll be exploring different planets, different jobs, different builds, different opportunities for disaster. And that's Grabhounds. Grabhounds is coming to Xbox and PC, and it's available day one with Game Pass.
You.
Well, Fable fans here at Gamescom are flooding to the
Fable
Xbox
agora?
booth for a special theater experience highlighting an early quest in the much anticipated game. And joining me now
Esse daí
to
dos
bring you
full
guys
também
at
não tava
home
na
through the
programação
demo
de hoje, não.
experience, please welcome Fable game director Ralph Fulton. How
Bom, acho
are
que
you,
o
Ralph?
último que
Great to
interessa
have you.
mesmo aí
Super
vai
well,
o
thank you for
Fable,
having
né?
me. How are
Depois
you?
é
I'm
Warhammer.
so good. Thank you for asking. Having a great time at
Fala aí se alguém
Gamescom.
tá
I'm
interessado
upset
em
that I haven't been over
Warhammer,
to the theater
em
experience
Terrible
just yet,
Lizards
but
e Star
maybe I can
Wars
take a little
Galactic
sneak peek
Racer.
now with you.
Absolutely,
Estou
let's go
interessado em
through
algum
it.
desses?
Sounds good. Now, set the scene for us. What can we expect to see from the demo?
So, we are going big for Fable this week at Gamescom. We have actually got not one but two demos that we're showing here today, but the one that we're looking at right now is one we're showing in a theater right here on the
Quanto ao
Xbox
GTA 6, só tem
booth,
trailer
which is
dele
a
no YouTube,
segment from a
no Twitter.
relatively early quest in the game. And we are bringing together all the disparate
Passou
bits
Warhammer?
of Fable that we've been
Nem vi.
teasing people about
Foi a hora
for
que eu
what
tava no
seems
banheiro?
like years now. Right, you're going to see cinematics, you're going to see story, you're going to see choices and consequences, you're going to see combat. That's another big thing that we're talking about here this week and giving some folks hands-on with at Gamescom. And it is all set against the backdrop of the magnificent capital city of Bowerstone. So we're arriving in Bowerstone, not quite for the first time, but certainly early in the game and taking in its sights.
Oh, blimey, Governor. It looks absolutely delicious. Now, you mentioned we're here at Bowerstone. Talk to us a little bit about maybe this city as well as some of the other ones and how they'll play a role on how the villagers interact or how our character navigates through them.
Absolutely. So Bowerstone, capital of Albion, biggest city in Albion. I think there are some 400 of those 1,000 handcrafted NPCs we've talked about before living right here in the city. 130 houses that you can buy. I think there's about 40 businesses you can buy as well.
Oh my gosh.
So tons and tons to see and do and purchase and get involved with. And obviously that living population is really the sort of beating heart of our game. It's like a Greek chorus that reflects the things you do back at you. And it's all about our reputation system. So the things you do build reputation, and these people will absolutely let you know what they think about the things you've done.
Yeah, Philippa just there, mouthing off again. Classic.
They are not backwards and coming forwards when it's about telling you what they think about the things you've done. They are very opinionated indeed.
Wow.
Now, this guy is actually my husband. That's Elliot.
Ah,
so I've
hello, Elliot.
I've been to Bowerstone before, and we got married. This is where we live. This is a house. All the buildings in the city and indeed the game, you can go inside. They all have fully realized interiors, the design, the level of detail is just incredible. We live here, Elliot and I, with our daughter Daisy, who's just round the corner here.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Oh,
Yeah, we're going to leave our father to deal with that question.
A Microsoft deu uma lapada na Sony em questão de mídia física. Olha, é o Sujo falando mal lavado, meu querido. Microsoft já tá tirando a mídia física dos consoles deles. Já não vende mídia física em vários lugares, inclusive no Brasil. Já faz tempo.
Which will all reflect the different statuses of the people who live here.
Oh,
gorgeous. Wow. So whereabouts are we headed off to? What is our hero up to on this journey?
Great. Well, quick story recap. What has brought us here is obviously that terrible event that happened at the start of the game. You'll remember from Dev Direct, I hope that your village was
infelizmente nessa daí de mídia física, a única que tá ainda fazendo mesmo é a Nintendo. A gente pode ficar confiante mais um tempo.
Because Grandma said that if you're ever in trouble, that's where you should go to get some help.
Teve o lance da Microsoft lá de vincular o disco com o videogame, com a conta, essas coisas, né? Lá do começo do Xbox One.
Humphrey the Golden, who you might remember from a trailer we did a couple of years ago. We believe he's the guy that can help us save our grandma and our village, and we're about to meet him right now.
Let's find out. Poor grandma.
Foi gostoso de ver.
Again, the interior looks amazing.
Mas não caiu não.
On the left.
Eita, que temos aí. Ah, velho, essa daí é a menina feia do Fable. Ela só não tá com sarda e com a cara mais achatada e com o nariz mais grande, nariz adulto. É essa daí.
Can I get a,
Daí é feiofobia.
Large beer, please. Thank you.
Feiofobia. Pegaram a menina feia do Fable e deixaram ela bonita.
A large beer. Right. This will do.
Game Key Card não é mídia física. Pra mim também não. E pro Museu de Preservação de Games também não. Só que eu tô falando das mídias físicas mesmo, tá? Eles ainda vendem mídia física de verdade. Não é o Key Card. Parece que o Key Card eles acabou até dando uma reduzida porque tá vendendo menos. Fizeram um levantamento lá que os Game Key Cards estão vendendo menos do que os mídias normal. Aí dói no bolso, o pessoal se esperta.
All right. Hero. Yeah, of course you are.
I need your help.
Now I'm finished. Guild's closed.
My nan used to tell stories about you. She said...
Nan? If you're some kind of mega fan, I think I've still got some
digitalizar a mídia física. Tem que ver direitinho como é que funciona, tá? Porque pelo que eu entendi da explicação dele, ele vincula o disco com a tua conta. Que daí você ganha, né? Você tira lá a tua mídia digital pra tua conta. Daí você pode, né? Pra onde você tiver conta, você pode usar. Legal. Mas e essa vinculação do disco? Você vai poder usar o disco em outro videogame? Ele vai estar atrelado na tua conta? Como é que é? Você vai poder desatrelar ele? Essas coisas aí.
I ran up a few debts. I don't like to talk about that. I reached out to a local sculptor in town, commissioned him to capture my image in a raw and marble.
Deixaram ela bonita.
Anyway, I don't know what I did wrong, but guys wouldn't pay me in the end. I did what anyone would do, and I went down to Ronnie's place.
You lost the Heroes Guild on a bet.
Feiofobia.
It's fine.
Ah, tá. Quando coloca o disco,
I'll get it back.
meu outro aparelho desatrela pra conta.
You're not listening.
Assim tá safe.
What I said. I'm done.
Mas aí o aparelho tem que estar conectado à internet, né?
Well then, oh Humphrey.
Yeah, they say never meet your heroes, right?
What a letdown.
Yeah. Yeah. So we saw a choice there. Obviously, that's not a massive choice in the scheme of things, but it does result in a reputation. Humphrey now thinks you're an arsehole.
What can you do?
It's fair.
Yeah, you throw a beer.
You will have millions of little choices like that, and they will scale up in importance and repercussions throughout the game, culminating right at the end of the game in some really earth-shattering permanent decisions you'll have to make, which will change the face of the world forever.
Okay, wow. I don't know if I'm ready for those. I take a lot of time deciding if I want tea or coffee, so we'll find out about how I get on there. Going back a wee bit of the cutscene we've just seen and the trailer that you mentioned when we introduced Humphrey, where did this idea of the cutaways and the talking heads come from for the interviews within the gameplay? It's so interesting and gives us like a real insight into some of the more important characters. I'm really curious.
It does, and I think it's something that we haven't really seen in video games before. We're super familiar with it, I guess, from like TV. You know, The Office did it, and Parks and Recreation did it, and lots of great shows like that have done it. The interesting thing about this is it actually stems way back from our pre-production phase when we were trying to figure out how to go and shoot cinematics like that. You know, from directing our actors and doing the performance capture and the rendering that's required for hair and eyes and all that kind of good stuff. Really just to prove out that pipeline, we recorded two speeches by two of our actors, which they did to camera, really just because we wanted to study the face and see how it moved and all that kind of good stuff. And we really loved the effect it had, that sort of almost mock interview effect, and it does exactly what you observed there. It gives you an opportunity to see into the mind of the character. They can give some motivation in a much simpler, clearer way than they would in a dialogue normally. And we liked it so much, we asked the question, how can we get this into our game? And we do it in exactly that way. That's sort of cutaway within a cinematic, and it just gives you a little more insight, a little more humor from the character. We hope folks will really enjoy it.
Yeah, I certainly will as well, but that's so interesting how it came about, rather than being such a conscious decision from the start.
Aí, ó, mudaram.
You'd be surprised how much a video game development works like that.
É o mesmo cabelo, a mesma roupa, mesmo tudo. Só a cara que mudou. Ó, o guri veio pra caralho do mudaram. Carinha feio pra porra do mudaram. Agora a menina feia do Fable mudaram.
And we're happy to oblige.
Olha aí, ó. Se não é a mesma. É a mesma figura, né? É que essa personagem, na verdade, é editável. Dá pra você criar o personagem, é o herói, daí você faz do jeito que você quiser.
Legally, the guild's hers. So that means you're trespassing.
Então a menina feia do Fable era usada só para os trailers do jogo.
Get somewhere safe. Oh no. So we weren't able to talk ourselves out there. Ralph, what are we seeing with the combat here?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is what we call style weaving combat, right? And it's an evolution, I think, of the combat that people loved in the original Fable trilogy. It's about strength,
não, parece que fizeram de zoeira, porque até o cabelo deixaram ela loira. Até isso fizeram.
Really seamlessly, really simply, really fluidly, to allow you to choose.
Essa porra não era customizável, a porra é
combat
customizável. É isso que eu tô falando.
The player that we've recorded for this particular video,
só que eles tinham montado uma boneca pra colocar nos trailers, que era a menina feia do Fable. Aí de tanto encher o saco, eliminaram ela do gameplay do trailer anterior, simplesmente não obliteraram ela, ela não apareceu. E agora apareceu de novo no gameplay aí, só que loira e bonita, sem sarda, o nariz pequenininho. Só que olha a estaturana dela aí.
Oh, right. I have Mr. Golden's script. It's the first step of my 3-step plan. Write the musical, get Mr. Golden to star in the musical, make
Daniel
Mr. Golden
Vitorino,
happy
obrigado
again.
pelo superchat, digitalizar para tirar o controle do
This
usuário.
adorable little child called Billy is we're describing her as a part-time playwright, full-time orphan. She lives at the orphanage, and she is trying to get Humphrey the Golden to star in a play about his life. The point of showing this quest is to show people exactly what it's going to be like to play a quest, but all our quests are super varied. In the quest after this one, you'll actually take part in that very same musical. So we'll meet Billy again. That's for another day, but something that people can look forward to when they play the game in February when we come out. What we're seeing right now, though, is a very quick
Aqui,
glimpse
ó.
at our skill tree. We're spending a skill point we earned from that last combat encounter on a new spell called Blades, which is great for crowd
Pede mais
control.
parda.
But I'm sure people
Oxa,
will be freeze
já
framing
apareceu.
and
Não.
screen capping that.
O gameplay tinha aparecido em algum lugar antes, já estavam comparando as duas.
Yeah, can you give me some tips maybe about how I should build my hero, or what should players focus on with their talents and skills?
So that's a great question. I think honestly the answer that we would always go to is we want you to be the hero you want to be, right? And we've set up this combat system, the way progression works, the way that you'll build skills and new moves and upgrade your weapons. It's based
Era
on
só
how
pro trainer,
you
pô,
want
você
to
não precisava
develop
jogar com
as a
ela.
hero,
Você
and I
podia
guess
montar o que
also
você
your
quiser.
particular style in combat, you know, so
E
you're not
aí,
bound by any specific
o povo aí
class.
se
You
queimou com
can
aquilo.
basically
Esse
build
povo.
the loadout that you want. Personally, I'm all about power, so a big hammer, damage dealing spells. There are lots more skilled players than me who use crowd control and teleports and what have you, so it's all about how you want to take on a combat encounter.
Nice. I am impressed by some of the magic we've seen here and earlier in the year as well. I'm excited
pretty,
to get
isn't
my
it?
hands on
Yeah.
it. Very pretty.
Yeah.
Okay, so we made it to a tavern, a wee pub. Vibe?
You got business with Ronnie or what?
That's right. This is the hangout of
You tell me.
the gang.
Me? Tell you.
The Silks? Is it the Silks? I think it's the
that's a bit
Silks.
above my pay grade, pal.
We're trying to reclaim the guild deeds which Humphrey lost on a bet. Yes, we're trying to negotiate.
Eu
our
achei
way in
engraçado
here.
essa cara antiga. Então, eu achei que, quando eu vi, eu achei que eles colocaram num tom meio de humor. Porque a cara dela é muito tortinha pra uma moça jovem, né? Ela tem algumas coisas assim de quem tem mais idade. Bem mais idade.
I could give it a shitting go. Cheers, hero.
Acabava dando um tom mais
enough.
engraçado pra ela. Eu
He
achava
doesn't
que
seem like the
tinha
most
colocado de
confident
zoeira.
criminal I've ever come across, our friend Sam, but
I think our advice will stand him in good stead.
Era mais caricato. Então, a menina feia do Fable, a gente reconhecia ela em qualquer lugar. Essa que colocaram agora,
So this particular challenge,
podia
you can
ser
play
qualquer
any number of
NPC do
ways.
jogo.
When you actually play
Tem
in the
nada de
game, I think
especial.
in the interest of time, we pay our way through this next particular blockage. But there are different ways you can go and speak to people and find different ways through this locked door.
O frame ruim viralizar. Isso daí é normal. O pessoal fica procurando o pior frame possível pra detonar. É que nem a guria do Supergirl lá.
So yeah, we're cash rich, so we're just going to pay
Eu não lembro o nome.
the $2.5 grand.
Easy way. There you
Mano,
go.
você vê as fotos da guria, você vê ela modelando divã, os caras chamando ela. Aí vão e pegam uns frame torto dela lá pra sair zoando. Ah, lá.
Sarney, love her name as well. Was someone
Ela é
called
infinita
Big
quase,
Bass as well?
eu tenho que sair às
I
3.
think that's another member of the gang.
Ah.
Yeah. It's a
Old
good
Sam with the
nickname.
picture, yeah. Could be worse.
So we're looking for the guild deeds and
Eu era meio zoeiro e caricato mesmo, não? É pelo que eu sei, é.
this locked door, but our hero is resourceful. We're going to pick this lock.
She did
E
give us
fazia
a wee
bem
clue to have a
sentido
look
colocar a
about. Well,
guria
tell
lá.
us not to, but what are you
Na
going to do in this
feira.
scenario? Not open the locked door?
Exactly.
Oh, I love all the trinkets we've got around here.
Yeah, and
very pretty.
we don't do it in this video, but there's a lot more to rummage through in this in this particular room. But yeah, in the interest of time, we're just going to grab the guild deeds and go.
Yeah, Ralph, I'm really
Ela tinha mais
grateful
carinho
for
que a
that.
outra. É isso daí. Volta, menina feia do Fable! Sentimos sua falta!
I think it's good player behavior.
Me too. Thank you. Vindication. I like that.
Had a few too many pints, actually.
Millie Alcock.
You smug git. That's quite funny.
É a Rainira.
I tell you what, though,
É a Kid
it
Rainira.
takes stones robbing from me in my own poorhouse. Humphrey used to be like that back in the day, before he shit the bed and fell apart. Not that I haven't enjoyed watching the guild slowly bleed out.
Invincible versus confirmado no treta. Eu não entendi esse jogo. O Invincible versus é muito parecido com o Marvel's Cap.
causing you grief, boss.
Nothing you lot can't sort out. Humphrey should have warned you not to fuck with me, hero. Bit late now. Sort them out.
Okay, another wee look at combat, another fracas on our hands here. We
O
spoke about some
Invincible
of
é
the
mais
different
de boa pra jogar.
various combat that we can
Desses
use for
que
tools,
surgiram agora, só não sei o
melee,
Avatar. O
range,
Avatar não
etc.
joguei.
How do they complement each other?
Mas entre
What's your
o
preferred style?
o
You mentioned
Invincible,
that
o
big
2XK
hammer
e
earlier.
o Marvel tocou, o Invincible é o mais fácil de jogar.
And like I say, I
Sem dúvida.
tend to go for big damage dealing spells, like blades, like fireball. But you can play the game in a bunch of different ways. We actually had somebody playing in hands-on over in our behind closed doors demos today, who absolutely blitzed through it. Incredible skill level.
Não faz
They're at the
grupinho, não?
highest, difficulty level. So our team were sort of standing around applauding. Kind of
Wow.
thing. So you can bring a lot to it. I think one of the things we're trying to show this week with the demos we're doing is that you can come to this with whatever skill level you have, and the game will meet you at it. We have a bunch of different difficulty levels, and also a range of enemies that will
Supergirl é uma
challenge you in
pessoa
different ways.
pesada. É porque não
that
gostaram do
sounds
filme.
Speaking of a
Não
range
gostaram do
of
filme, não
different
querem
enemies,
que
we've
tenha
got quite a
mulher
large
heroína no
gentleman
cinema, tá.
here
Só que
with
daí,
a different level of threat
pra
than our heroes face.
zoar,
What are we
vão
seeing?
falar mal da
He's a big
atriz,
lad, isn't
que
he?
não tem nada a ver com a
I
paçoca.
wouldn't go as far as to say he's like a mini boss or anything like that. He's just a particularly large human enemy, of which we have, a bunch. We absolutely do have what we class as mini bosses.
Nunca saiu
really
nada que
large
presta da
enemies that are gonna
Supergirl. A
give
melhor
you,
coisa que aconteceu com a
even more of
Supergirl foi morrer na
challenge
Crise
than
das
this guy, and then we
Infinitas
have
Terras.
proper boss fights as well.
Por que
As
que
you
eles
can
acham que vai
imagine,
dar
against
boa fazer um
Isabel,
filme
who we
dela?
met in June in our showcase trailer, and who knows, perhaps
Ué.
against someone else as well.
Eles podiam ter feito a Poderosa, velho.
But yeah,
Muito
this
melhor.
dude is just a really, really large guy with an axe, and as you can see, takes a bit of wearing down, but is ultimately no match for our hero.
Obviously. Oh,
Queria fazer
absolutely sparked.
de uma heroína.
Oh, shame about that beautiful mustache.
Eles querem filme da Mulher Maravilha. Fizeram 2.
Is that Big Bap? He should be called Big Bap.
Só que o segundo, pelo amor. O primeiro era bom. O segundo, minha nossa.
We didn't see Sanj there. Hopefully he got away.
Maybe ran away from the criminal afterlife. Well, this looks absolutely stunning. I know
Mas a
I
guria
won't be
também foi
alone
abrir a
in
boca.
saying
Ah,
that,
queria que ela
Ralph. So
ficasse de boca
congrats
fechada.
you,
Ela vai comer
the
como?
team at Playground, everything for Fable. I can't wait to actually get my hands
Vai
and
botar
play.
coisa na boca como?
If there's anything you'd like to share with the folks at home, what are you hoping that they take away
Poderosa, eu
from
acho que ia
this?
ser
I mean, people have been saying to us
porreta,
for
velho.
ages when we're,
E a
we
minha
put
ideia
out a
veio
bunch
mais
of trailers
agora
for this
aqui.
game over the years. People have been saying to us, show us the gameplay, show us the gameplay. That's exactly what we've been doing this year. In June, we showed 30 minutes of our life simulations. Here, we're showing what it's really like to play a game and a quest in our game. This is a genuine quest from our game.
Ela é o
And
quê
it
do
combines all
Super-Homem
those
mesmo?
things, right? There's conversations, there's choices, there's moral dilemmas, there's freedom, there's combat, there's humor, there's cinematics, there's people from Peep Show. So it's kind of got everything. We're
Ah,
getting
tá. Ela é
really
prima do
great
Super-Homem também.
reaction
Ela
from
é a
folks in the
Supergirl da
theater
Terra
at
2.
Gamescom this week. I hope many more will continue.
Tipo, ela é a Supergirl também, só que é a Supergirl de outra dimensão que apareceu na mesma dimensão de todo mundo na crise, imagino eu. E aí ela assumiu outra identidade. Em vez de Supergirl, até porque ela já era mulher, não era mais mocinha. Daí ela assumiu a identidade de poderosa.
A great first day here at Gamescom. I hope you've enjoyed it just as much as I have. We've been able to bring you 11 titles coming to Xbox Game Pass, including 2 world premieres and some of the biggest upcoming games like Minecraft Dungeons 2, Gears of War E-Day, and of course, Fable. But this is merely day 1. Tomorrow, day 2 kicks off with the frenetic survival combat of PUBG's latest venture, DeadNet. Plus, you can look forward to more world premieres and exclusive gameplay walkthroughs from the latest titles making a splash here at Gamescom. Before we go though, let's check in with Benny and Charlie.
Foram lá ver o Jeep do... Nossa, velho, mas a Microsoft gastou uma grana lá na Alemanha, hein? Imagina quantos funcionários eles podiam pagar por uns 3 anos aí com essa grana que eles gastaram.
Of course, this was just too good not to get a photo op. Right, Charlie?
Yeah, very right there, Benny. So keep it right
Mostraram
here.
lá, ó, o stand do Gears estava gigante. Mostraram aí agora do Halo. Levaram um tanque. Um tanque não, né? Um Jeep. Aí ali atrás tá o do Call of Duty. Isso só uns negócios grandes. É, vai ter mais amanhã, daí acaba. Tá aí, ó. Aqui, ó. Isso aqui é a programação de amanhã daí, tá? Flight Simulator, Dragon's Dogma 2, que vai ter a expansão, né? Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 4, Turok. Será que vai ter gameplay do Turok? Stranger Than Heaven, que a SEGA já mostrou bastante, mas sempre dá pra mostrar mais. Esse Stuntman Hollywood, eu tô querendo ver como que é, porque é um jogo que eu curtia. Na verdade, só joguei a demonstração. Daí eu comprei ele e não joguei ainda. Mas é bem bacana, eu gosto da ideia dele. Planet Zoo 2, Cassette Beast. Qual que é esse? Dune Awakening. Deixa eu ver aqui qual que é o Cassette Beast. É um RPGzinho colorido. Aqueles indizinho. Kingdom 3, não manjo. Armatus, não manjo. Deep Dish Dungeon, não manjo. The Sons of Blake Manor. Daisy. Sons of Tanya. Archeron, Hosting, Dead.net, Tides of Annihilation, Albion, Militioner e... Ué? Isso daqui não ia ser hoje? Star Wars Galactic Racer? Esse não ia ser hoje? Ah, não tinha aqui, ó. O outro. Tava marcado pra hoje esse. Olha, só tiraram de hoje e colocaram pra amanhã. Eles acharam que não ia ver? Eles acharam que eu não ia ver? Olha, só não que eu quisesse ver o jogo, né? O segundo dia vai estar bem mais fraquinho. Bem mais fraquinho. Interessante aqui pra mim só vai ter... Ó, interessante mesmo. E nossa, mãe, imperdível, tem que ver isso daqui, nada. Porque Stranger Than Heaven eu já vi bastante, né? Tô curioso, mas eu já vi bastante. Daí eu não vai ficar vendo muito do jogo assim, daí pega muito spoiler, né? Estraga o rolê. Turok, eu não tô tão empolgado assim pra jogar. Nunca fui muito fã da franquia. Eu tô acompanhando porque, né, a galera aí gosta, eu tô feliz por vocês. Mas pra mim, assim mesmo, não tá me esparcando muito joy, não. Aí, o Stuntman Hollywood, esse sim eu queria ver. Mas só. Vai ver a Future Game Show? Quando que é? Deixa eu ver aqui. E, pô, eu procurei as programações aí.
Here at Maverick Games.
Mas não achei. Eu tenho uma reunião da Anúncios agora. Eu posso ver um pouquinho só. É 3 horas. Tem a reunião. Tem que fazer um gameplay assistido com um dev. Que a gente arrumou uma pessoa que não tinha jogado o jogo dele ainda pra jogar pela primeira vez, né? Pra ele ver as impressões iniciais de uma pessoa com o jogo dele. Daí eu vou acompanhar lá pra ver direitinho as impressões e tal e daí ver como é que tá o jogo, entendeu? Isso que eu vou fazer. Não, pra tentar adiar, mas não gosto que o pessoal já separa tempo pra fazer o rolê lá.
Clutch is a cinematic open world importance and meaning it gives to the activities that you'll be taking part in throughout the game. So when you're finishing a race, that's not just ticking off a piece of content. Because of the story, it really matters. In terms of vehicle handling,
Velberan vai pro segundo emprego, exatamente.
Handling models that has enough depth and edge to it that it will
pior que até minha mulher tava me zoando por causa dessa de 2 empregos aí.
Otherwise, it can't feel good when you nail it.
Ela gritou lá, meu marido tem 10 empregos.
So the more you play, the more you're going to feel your skills getting better and better. And that's where the real
Que joguinho de carro é esse que tá melhor que muito jogo?
Every car feels weighty, authentically mechanical.
Empresa grande aí, que o Future Game Show normalmente é jogo mais indie.
Clutch has a rich and detailed open world where there are new things to see and discover around every bend in the road. In our recreation of Monaco, we have at least represented every road that
Hoje,
exists
20 horas
in
tem
real
live
life
da Bel
Monaco.
Jogos.
And as you're out exploring these streets, note that the buildings aren't cookie cutters. We haven't made a lot of presets and then repeated the buildings over and over. Every building in Monaco has been uniquely built by our artists. And as you're out driving through this beautiful open world, know that it's a world that's full of challenges and collectibles to reward you for all of that exploration. Clutch is coming to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series consoles and PC in spring of 2027. You can wishlist right now. And for more information, follow us on all
Eu
of our
não
social
sei
channels.
exatamente
Check
o
out
que
the
acontece
Maverick
com
Games YouTube channel
jogos
for our
de
podcast. Thank you
corrida,
very much. Goodbye.
de carrinhos, que eles costumam ter, assim, o potencial de gráfico deles, realista, é muito maior do que de um jogo com pessoas ou outros tipos de cenário. Sempre.
Clutch is coming to PC and consoles in spring 2027.
Sempre,
Ange,
sempre.
what's up next?
Tá certo que não tem um vale da estranheza pra gente cair, né?
Because it's time
Os
for
caras não tem
another
cara.
world premiere.
Mas
And
mesmo
this
assim,
one is
World
a
Premiere.
sequel to an
Mas
atmospheric
mesmo
puzzle
assim,
platformer.
tipo, o gráfico de carro sempre tá anos-luz à frente do que os gráficos de rosto humano. Porque carros não tem ruga, Eles têm, pode ter textura, né? Então, os carros que eles colocam aquelas pinturas, como é que é? Ai, rosca. Tem uma textura. Tem as iluminações, os reflexos. Também os cenários, né? Os joguinhos de carro geralmente são bem rápidos. E daí tem que renderizar o cenário rápido também. Esse daí é multiplayer de 2 também? Ah, tá, dá pra jogar solo. Gostei da aranha. Hora do café, acabei de terminar meu café. Amor, meu café acabou, faça alguma coisa. Ela vai fazer mais meio litro de café. Ei!
Break 2 Alliance of the Storms is a stunning cooperative Metroidvania launching in 2027.
And now we're taking a look at the latest trailer for Serious Sam Shadowverse, a roguelike shooter set across a multiverse of mayhem.
Ooh.
All ready to gamble with our lives.
Ó o Marcelo aí. O Carlos tá tão à frente que o filme Carros é de 2007 e o Humanos é de 2020. Boa, boa. Não, falando sério, compara os jogos de carrinho do PlayStation 1 com os jogos de humanos do PlayStation 1. Os jogos de humano eram umas caixas de leite ainda. E os de carro estavam, ó,
Serious Sam Shadowverse
na
is coming
frente.
to PC and
Com
consoles on
modelos assim
August
muito
31st,
mais
2026.
afinadinho,
That's next
bonitinho
weekend.
e
So
tudo mais.
But you know what else is
2002,
coming soon?
PlayStation
And to
2,
us
mesma
all,
coisa.
eventually.
PlayStation 3, mesma coisa.
Graveyard Keeper 2 is a cozy
Eu lembro
cemetery
quando tava saindo
simulator
o
where you manage
PlayStation
an
2,
evil business, bury
eles
the
estavam
locals, and
mostrando
occasionally
imagem de
harvest
um
their
dos jogos de
organs for a tidy
corrida.
profit.
Let's check it out.
Eu acho que não era Gran Turismo, não. Era que era
Welcome
lançamento
to your
do PlayStation
charming
2 pra
new
falar,
town.
olha só que pica que é o
Step
PlayStation
one.
2.
Plant your
Aí você
first
olhava
seeds.
assim, parecia carro de verdade.
Perfect.
Ó,
Step
esse
two.
jogo aí vai ser louco, hein?
Take care of your adorable animals. They'll pay you
Ó,
back
Star do
100-fold.
Vale do
Step 3.
Capiroto.
Harvest fresh resources from the garden. Organic and locally sourced. Step 4. Send your helpers on a lovely
Já
field
acabou
trip.
a xícara de 1
Look how
litro,
much
né?
they've grown.
O
Meet
café
your
que eu
charming
faço,
neighbor.
esse que eu tomo de 1 litro aí, ele é bem mais
What a
fraco. Eu
chatterbox.
faço
And
aqueles
your
cafezão
loyal
fortão pro
companion
cara
will
da...
help you with every task.
Aí ele fica bem
Restore
suave,
your
né?
little
Aí
town,
dá pra
automate
tomar...
your production, and watch your
Que nem um chá.
community bloom. A peaceful, relaxing life sim.
Another mocking lie? No wonder they're all getting fired.
Have fun.
Dia 22 de setembro. Eles deram o primeiro jogo
Prime
de
your
grátis
shovels,
na
folks,
Steam.
because Graveyard Keeper 2 is coming to PC and consoles on September 22,
Mas
2026.
arregaçou do wishlist na sequência dele.
Join us as you
Arregaçou.
building a cult in co-op. Here's the latest trailer.
It begins innocently enough. Building, harvesting the communal garden, making just one sacrifice. But before you know it, your friends will have you stockpiling firearms, riding farm animals into battle,
também não joguei ainda,
and raising
baby.
the ancient ones. If your friends tell you, be cool, man, do not be cool. Be skeptical, be vigilant, be cult-free. Friends don't let friends join cults. Brought to you by concerned citizens against Join Us.
Join Us is coming to PC and consoles in March 2027. What's next, Angela?
Got some gun fu for you, Nick. This next game is a kinetic cyberpunk shooter starring a sentient combat implant. Feast your eyes on the latest trailer for Spine.
Gostei do estilo do
In this city,
personagens.
you're never really alone. They say the AI keeps you safe. I used to believe that. But I learned better. Tensor calculates, gangs execute. And people like me, we pay the price. Their strongest weapon is called Spine.
Combat mode activated.
Too bad I stole one. They think they've got it all under control. But every system
Essa daí é uma cover
has
de
exceptions.
Arlequina que ficou legal, hein?
One of them.
Gostei da protagonista. Vou dar uma olhada nesse jogo. Gostei.
Damn, that kind of made me want to do a roundhouse kick.
Oh, are you sure? Without warming up?
Good call. Wouldn't want to throw out my spine. Which is coming to PC and consoles in 2026.
Isso aí parece aqueles
The trailer,
bons
not
Double
Nick's
A
comic,
que não
but
trazem
totally
novidade
worth a
nenhuma,
wish list, right?
I'm here all day,
mas também
guys.
não te promete
Yes,
nada
you are.
e
Anyway,
acaba te
let's shift gears with our
impressionando
first
e
ones to
divertindo.
watch deep
Tem
dive,
cara disso
where
daí.
we go deep on the game the internet
Ó, o
is
jogo
raving
que faltou lá
And
na
with that in mind,
Microsoft.
here's an exclusive interview with Fuse Games about Star Wars Galactic Racer.
Hey Future Game Show, my name is Matt Webster and I'm a co-founder and CEO at Fuse Games, and we're here to talk about Star Wars Galactic Racer, the high-speed runs-based reinvention of racing set in the Star Wars galaxy.
We're combining our
Oh,
love
this
for
is a
racing
pod
games
racer.
and Star Wars, and we're doing this with a fresh take on the racing genre.
We've got a uniquely innovative run-based campaign mode. It's a campaign mode with real consequence, depth and breadth.
And we think that, combined with racing, is a match made in heaven, because
Vai ter
racing
que
games
mod-
thrive on
então tá bom.
replayability. The more I play with a vehicle, the better I get, the more I can drive for mastery at a second-to-second level.
You're racing with 3 speeders on the track at the
Nintendo
same time,
64 tinha um jogo
cutting
desse,
each
né?
other up, taking different racing lines, using the different features of the vehicles.
You're probably familiar with land speeders, which we have in there, and in our game they're all about drifting and boosting.
It's all about keeping your foot on the gas, holding speed through corners by drifting around them.
The speeder bike is at the opposite end of the spectrum. It's fast, it's ferocious, but it's fragile.
Got a fantastic ability where it can slow down into corners and store that kinetic energy and then do a kinetic burst out of the corner. And it's all about kind of threading the needle in thin lines.
And then our final vehicle is something that's brand new to Star Wars, and it's called the Skim Speeder. We've designed this in collaboration with Lucasfilm Games, and this vehicle is more akin to a lower level racing plane.
Acrobatic airplanes that gracefully handle
Pô, esses
corners until
pod
they
aí
need to
estão
flip up onto a knife edge. The skim speeder
É, tão
is
meio
perhaps
pequeno,
the
né?
most elegant of our vehicles, with its
Tem até uma
carving,
motinha ali.
banked turns, as well as its ability to roll up onto a knife edge and pull high-G maneuvers around the tightest of turns.
Strapping into a skim speeder is an absolute thrill ride.
Being in your wide and proud profile, gracefully sweeping through the tracks, and then snapping up onto that knife edge and cutting into the
modernizada nas
apex.
coisas, que
The sound
os
design
originais
is
eles pareciam
fantastic,
biga.
and then
E a
the
ideia
visuals
mesmo
on top of it,
dessa
of
cena era
how
fazer uma
dramatic
corrida de biga que
the
nem no
change on the
Ben-Hur,
screen is. Well,
só
audio team
que
have done a
em Star Wars.
fantastic job on making the skim speeder feel like an authentic Star Wars vehicle.
Esses carrinhos
Making a
tem
new
porra
vehicle in the
nenhuma a
Star
ver
Wars
com
galaxy is an amazing opportunity.
com as corridas
So we collaborated deeply with Lucasfilm
pod lá
Games
do
to make something
Star
that
Wars.
felt uniquely Star Wars.
All three of those speeders have different
Teve
racing
jogo desse no
lines,
64,
and it's where they intersect that things get interesting. This is where the drama happens. And then, of course, we've got the pinnacle racing vehicle in Star Wars Galaxy, the pod racer.
We knew we couldn't make a Star Wars racing game without including the iconic
Vai ter campanha, eles
pod
falaram que vai
races.
ter campanha.
Sense of speed is a hugely important aspect
agora.
of the game. And it's something that we poured a lot of love and attention into. When you then step into a pod racer, the speeds are absolutely wild.
Olha aí, ó, é
The
assim, ó,
best thing about
assim, ó.
seeing people pick the controller up
Pra
is
ser
that
assim.
immediate smile on your face. Wow, this is fast, but this is controllable
Assim, ó.
speed. And when I make a mistake, I have this wonderful audio-visual payoff inside the crashing that's expected.
mas nem
but
fudendo que eu jogo esse
fair.
negócio aí.
Star Wars
Qualquer jogo de
Racer is coming
corrida,
October
eu
6th on
vivo
PlayStation 5,
encostado à
Xbox
parede lá.
Series X and S, and PC. Thank you for watching, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Now that is pod racing. Thank you to Fuse Games for the inside scoop on Star Wars Galactic
That's a
Racer,
pod
which is
racer.
coming to PC and consoles on October 6th.
And what do you know? It's time for another world
Pensei que fosse a
premiere.
cinetose. Eu não sei
Here's
se
your
esse jogo aí
first look
ataca.
at an
Tem
alchemical
que-
action
tem que
adventure game. And
experimentar
I'm
pra saber.
told that what you're about to see is captured entirely in-engine and built from in-game assets.
Tem jogo que
Let's check
só
it
de
out.
bater o olho eu sei, mas esse eu não tenho certeza. Ó, esse daí, ó, já era. Não aguento nem assistir o trailer. Tô comendo essa desgraça de câmera balança. Aí quando é trailer que tá muito zoado, eu fico olhando o chat. Eu vejo o jogo só pra visão periférica. Alquimia com Y.
That was Alchemia, House of Wisdom, which you can wishlist now on Steam. It's coming soon to PC and consoles.
Right. This next game sounds like our comeuppance for all the green herbs we've eaten. It's called
Gente,
Trees
olha o
Hate You.
brinquedo que minha mulher me compra pro meu cachorro. Ah. Meu cachorro arrancou a mão da vizinha. Sabe o que é o pior? O bicho adorou, mano. Adorou esse negócio aqui. Cheio, hein? Ah, olha, ele veio buscar aqui. Tá, cheio. Ah, mas teve um que se assustou, então tá bom.
Now see, that's why I don't
Eu
go to the
falei
woods
pra
unless I
mulher,
know
você tem
there's a cat
certeza
with a
mesmo que você vai
typewriter
dar
on it?
uma mão?
Precisely. The
Uma
plots get
mão
their
pra ele ficar
revenge in Trees
mordendo
Hate
e
You, which is
carregando pra lá
coming
e pra
out
cá?
on November 16th.
Tem certeza?
And just like that, here's another world premiere for a hand-drawn
World
cooperative golfing
premiere!
adventure. Let's take a look.
Now Fury. Angry Birds do... Angry Birds. Vocês estão ligados que Angry Birds tem um jogo mais velho que ele que ele inspirou o jogo que o Angry Birds roubou. Que o Angry Birds é roubado. Não sei se vocês sabem disso, eu só não lembro qual que era o jogo lá. Mas o primeiro lá era um tal de banana. Banana. Ou era gorilas? Acho que era bananas.
Bye Bye Bonnie
Gorilas?
is coming
Acho que era
soon to
gorilas.
PC.
Do DOS.
Nice. And we're following that with a
Era
new
jogo
trailer
feito
for
em
Arizona Sunshine, a flat-screen remake of the
Ó,
beloved
aí, ó.
VR zombie
Bora.
shooter.
Tem um cachorro brincando com uma mãe, igual do Chewie.
Hey, buddy. I got a bad feeling about this.
Na verdade é um zumbi.
Holy shit! This is Arizona Sunshine, a third-person co-op shooter set in the zombie
Ô, louco,
apocalypse.
igual zumbi no rodo.
You play as Sonny, an unhinged, foul-mouthed survivor, just seeking connection. Hey, Fred. Shit. In the apocalypse, it's always more fun. An online co-op. But for this to be a real zombie classic, we had to have split screen. And of course, you can play as Buddy. Good dog.
Coitado do cachorro, cheio de sangue. Comendo carne de zumbi.
What the hell have they been doing here? It's dead. You are the little man with no power whatsoever. Arizona Sunshine. Wish list now.
Gotta love split screen. Take the scenic route through the apocalypse in Arizona Sunshine, which is coming soon to PC.
Or perhaps you'd rather wind down with some virtual manual labor and heavy equipment operation?
Sure, I know someone who could use the wrecking ball practice.
Well, here's an update on Construction Simulator Evolution.
Lembro de um jogo de Flash estilo Angry Bird que saiu bem antes. O que eu tô falando era The DOS, né? Era feito em Cubase, que eram dois King Kong, assim, um de cada lado. Aí eles ficavam jogando banana de granada, um no outro. Aí você tinha que colocar o ângulo e a força, né? Pra você jogar e tentar acertar o outro. Basicamente isso.
Piece by piece. What once stood comes down. Not out of destruction, but out of choice. Because every new beginning needs space. We tear down to reshape the future.
Construção, na verdade, isso daí é demolição, né?
Master the art of demolition in Construction Simulator Evolution, which is coming soon to PC and consoles.
And now for something completely different.
That's right. Our next game is a surreal medieval shooter inspired by the works of Hieronymus Bosch.
O primeiro jogo foi o Worms, aí não sei. Quando que saiu o Worms? O Gorilas foi em 1990. Oliveira falou. E deve ter alguma coisa mais antiga que o Gorilas. Esse capiroto, coisa mais bizarra, velho. Hieronymus, a terra é plana.
Survive the Garden of Earthly Delights in Hieronymus, which is coming soon to PC.
Get it on your wish list ASAP, but don't close that tab because it's time for yet another world premiere. It's the next game from a beloved Kyoto indie studio.
Lá vem. Aquele fake realista. Ah, é Pixel Junk Monster. Estavam falando que ia ter trailer dele. A mão do carinha segurando o bonequinho ali. Monsters 3? Só joguei primeiro. Amor, vai sair o Monsters 3. A Luke jogou esse negócio e até virar do avesso. Não, é a mesma coisa, é Tower Defense. Tem moedinha, anda com o bichinho lá. Mesma coisa, vê o trailer depois. Vai sair pra onde? Steam. Tá bom.
Repel the hand-drawn hordes in Pixel Junk Monsters 3, which is coming soon. Drop it on your wish list now and sign up for the private playtest, which kicks off on September 4th.
Next up, we've got a developer diary for Ion 2, an Unreal Engine 5 MMO where the sky is your battlefield.
안녕하세요. 아이온2의 개발을 총괄하고 있는 백승욱 CBO입니다. 완전히 새로운 MMORPG를 만든다기보다 기존 MMORPG 플레이어들이 아쉬워했던 부분을 그동안의 경험과 발전된 기술을 결합하여 해법을 제시하고자 하였습니다. 친구나 지인이 함께 플레이하는 즐거움을 원하는 사람은 결코 사라지지 않을 것이므로 그런 분들의 기대에 부응하는 게임을 계속 만들고 있습니다. 아이온2가 그런 기대를 충족시키는 게임이라고 생각합니다.
아이온2는 자유로운 비행뿐만 아니라 하늘과 땅, 물속까지 눈에 보이는 모든 곳을 직접 가볼 수 있다는 것이 핵심입니다. 단순히 넓기만 한 필드가 아니라 공간의 제약 없이 세계를 직접 탐험하면서 진정한 오픈월드를 경험할 수 있도록 만들었습니다.
안녕하세요. 아이온2 게임 디렉터 김남준입니다. 반갑습니다. 기존 게임들에서 높은 곳은 그저 랜드마크였지만 아이온2는 그 장소에도 플레이가 가능한 공간이기 때문에 탐험의 재미가 더욱 커졌다고 할 수 있고 전쟁 상황에서 창의적이고 변칙적인 플레이가 발생하는 것을 확인했습니다. 보통 비행을 하게 되면 등속 운동이나 가속 운동을 하게 되는데 이렇게 했을 때 실제로 캐릭터는 빠르게 움직이지만 유저들이 느끼는 속도감은 느껴지지 않게 되는 것 같았습니다. 그래서 비행 중 속도의 차이를 주는 것에 대해 집중했고 하강이나 바람길, 비행 속도를 높여주는 서클 등 다양한 요소를 추가하여 속도감이 느껴질 수 있도록 많은 노력을 기울였습니다. 높은 곳에 올라가 봤을 때 이제 무언가 찾을 수 있도록 탐험적인 요소를 추가했습니다. 무엇보다 그 전쟁 상황에서 주변 시야가 아닌 공중에서 그 주변을 확인할 수 있는 요소가 추가되면서 이를 통해 발생할 수 있는 플레이의 확장성을 열었다라고 생각해 주시면 좋을 것 같습니다. 도전적인 컨텐츠를 원하시는 분들은 높은 난이도의 컨텐츠에 도전하면서 공략과 성장의 성취감을 느낄 수 있고 조금 더 편안한 플레이를 원하시는 분들은 채집이나 몬스터 수집 같은 다양한 컨텐츠를 자신의 속도에 맞춰 즐길 수 있습니다.
안녕하세요. 저는 아이언2에서 아트 디렉터를 맡고 있는 차봉섭입니다. 아트리아에서는 목적지로 향하는 과정 자체가 하나의 경험이 되기를 바랬습니다. 길을 걷다가 문득 시선을 빼앗는 풍경을 만나고 물속으로 들어가 예상하지 못했던 공간을 발견하고 하늘로 날아올랐을 때는 익숙한 세계가 전혀 다른 모습으로 보이는 경험을 주고 싶었습니다. 그렇게 이동하고 탐험하는 과정에서 저곳에는 무엇이 있을까라는 호기심이 자연스럽게 생기는 세계, 그것이 저희가 만들고 싶었던 아트리아입니다.
안녕하세요. 아이언2 풍현섭 기술 디렉터입니다. 언리얼 엔진 5의 새로운 렌더링 기술을 활용해 더 많은 오브젝트를 효율적으로 렌더링했고 넓은 월드에서도 자연스러운 그림자를 표현했으며 시간과 환경 변화에 따른 조명도 사실적으로 구현할 수 있었습니다.
아이언2는 솔로 플레이어들이 할 수 있는 컨텐츠와 파티 컨텐츠가 공존하고 있습니다. 그리고 파티 플레이를 하더라도 큰 부담이 없도록 컨텐츠를 디자인했으니 선택에 따라 편안하게 즐겨주시면 좋을 것 같아요. 런칭 이후 플레이어분들의 컨텐츠 진행 속도와 플레이 패턴을 면밀히 살펴보면서 업데이트 시점을 결정해 나갈 계획입니다. 특히 글로벌 서비스는 다양한 지역의 플레이어분들이 함께하는 만큼 실제 플레이 데이터와 피드백을 다각도로 살펴보며 글로벌 환경에 맞춰 가장 잘 맞는 업데이트 계획을 만들어 나가는 것이 중요하다고 생각합니다.
이걸 빨리 글로벌 유저들한테 어서 빨리 보여드리고 싶은 그런 마음, 너무 기쁜 마음으로 기대하고 있어 사실. 지금 바로 스팀 위시리스트에 추가해주세요.
9월 17일과 18일 이틀간 진행되는 런칭 스케일 테스트에도 꼭 함께 해주세요.
10월 5일에 플레이해보세요.
Mark your diaries for September when you can finally get your hands on Ion 2. Okay, Ange, let's give the good people another trailer.
You got it. Here's the release date trailer for Star Trek Outposts Unknown, a Starfleet city builder where you chart alien worlds.
Nossa, em alta. Faz tempo que eu não ouço isso, hein? Nem sei se existe ainda.
You heard it here first. Star Trek Outposts Unknown is coming to PC on October 20th.
Mais um jogo de Star Trek.
Next up, we've got a brand new trailer for the tactical shooter War Dogs. And I think it's about time we find out the release date for this game. Don't you?
You know
it. É o Xbox Showcase? Não, é o Xbox Showcase não tem, tá? O que tem é... Ah, como é que é o nome? Aquele que eles conversam, que eles só vão mostrando... Eu converso com os desenvolvedores, vamos mostrando os jogos, tá? Já acabou. Já tá vendo o Future Game Show.
Pre-order and wishlist it now because War Dogs is launching into early access on September 10th.
And now it's time to check out The Journey Home, an atmospheric puzzle platformer written by the best-selling author Sophie Lee Robbins.
How I got here, I don't remember. I've spent my whole life gazing up at the stars. But I've never seen beauty like this. This place is different. Time has stopped. Or was it ever even moving at all? Everything, all at once, illuminated. There's something here, and it knows me, all of me. Just beyond my reach, there's a face, a voice I know better than my own, pulling at me. Whatever is waiting for me out there, has been calling me my whole life. I have to find out what it is.
Nope. Journey Home.
The Journey Home is coming soon to PC, but there's a demo out now on Steam if you want to check it out. What's next, Nick?
Well, we've got some news about Moonlighter 2: The Endless Vault, the beloved shopkeeper RPG which is currently in early access, but for how much longer?
This shop isn't your choice. It's your duty, your legacy, and it gives you a chance to learn how to read the room, to pick your battles, to know exactly what's worth keeping. You learn that not all fights are won with steel. Some are won with patience, some with care. Because greed will fill your pack, but only wisdom brings it home. Driven by heart, you balance both worlds, not to escape your legacy, but to own it. This is who you are.
Moonlighter 2: The Endless Vault 1.0 release lands on September 2nd for PC and consoles. Don't miss it.
For this next trio of trailers, we're going to pass over presenting duties to some awesome HoloLive creators.
So, while we go hit the safe room for some green herb smoothies, please welcome Shiori Novella and Vestia Zeta to the Future Game Show. How's it going?
Thank you, Leon and Grace, or Nick and Angela. I'm Shiori, and this is...
Hi, I'm Zeta.
And we're so excited to be here with you guys.
All right, let's get into it. First up is Everwind, a first-person survival game where you and your friends command a flying ship across a shattered sky.
Epa!
Super cool.
Survival de primeira pessoa. Gente, tenho que ir. Tem compromisso agora às 3, né? Aí, antes de ir, só, né, lembrar vocês. Vocês já sabem, mas não custa lembrar. Gueto Zombies saindo amanhã para PlayStation 5 e 4 e Switch, beleza? O jogo já está lançado no Xbox One e Xbox Series e PC Steam também, PC Xbox também, PC Microsoft Store também. Agora vai sair para os outros consoles, tá bom? Então quem tem PC pode comprar lá, já está disponível. Quem vai jogar no PlayStation 5, 4 ou Switch amanhã. Tá lançando, né? Esse jogo aí nosso de tiro em visão isométrica, tem uma cara meio Zombies Ate My Neighbor, Enter the Gungeons, tem arma para um caramba. Aí é pra escolher um jogo bem gostosinho, beleza? E vai sair naquele precinho que só a Nute sabe fazer para você. E amanhã, né, a gente vai entrar em live, vamos ver a outra parte da Microsoft. O podcast da Microsoft. Pra ver se a moça lá vai fazer de novo. Tem multiplayer? Não, single play esse. Aí, Switch. Então, ó, disponível em agosto, né, 27 de agosto, amanhã, também conhecido como amanhã, para Switch, PS4 e PS5. Já tá disponível no no Xbox One e Series e PC. Tá bom? Então, isso tudo aí, galerinha. Obrigado pela live. Beijinho no coração de vocês. Até amanhã. Cadê aqui, caramba? Aqui. Então, esse daí eu vou ficando por aqui e nos vemos no próximo vídeo. Falou!